be part of like you see this big line here that divides everything. Just move it over to the right side, and to make the big line that divides all the way down here, and all you Americans will just have to live with the fact that Hawaii is a part of tomorrow,
Yeah, but
right?
no, but
No, it
no.
doesn't
Look
work
at
that
that.
way.
No, and that's why I say that these whole time things are politically based and should be rethought and you know, I guess they didn't want to cut New Zealand, part of New Zealand. Look, the line would have gone up and down there.
Like you see, that makes sense. Fine, don't cut New Zealand. It's just still
Yeah,
time zones.
but let's
Well, just
let's get the show started real quick. See if
whoops.
I can do that.
Here's what I found.
Let's get nuts. Oh, yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Super Sunday Wrap Up, where we take the week's events and take another closer look at them. We have our regular panel here this morning. Good morning, Warren. Warren, how are you this morning?
Hey, I'm doing good, guys. How are you?
We're doing pretty good. Chillmonger and I started off the morning debating timelines and other nerdy things that probably don't make for good streaming. Who knows?
No, but you weren't being inclusive when you called it the Sunday wrap up. There's people in Japan where it's Monday today.
That is true. That is true. And it's evening in someplace it's the evening, someplace it's the morning. So maybe we rethink the title of the show
Mm-hmm.
and just call it the show. Who knows?
Can you imagine if there's people who are that sensitive to it? They're like, you how you call it Sunday, you got to call it Monday. Then you find out the word for in Japanese for Monday, and you call it the Sunday Monday, and then people are mad. Like, wait a minute, this doesn't make no sense. You're not thinking about us on this side of the world.
Yeah, maybe I should do an inclusive intro. I'll have to work on that, figure that out.
Yeah.
Chill, do you got a Jonathan Majors update for us?
So far, we've got video evidence that TMZ has pulled out of what he supplied them with. So he gives them, or his lawyer gives TMZ, look, here's some screenshots. She was at the club, and what TMZ did was like, oh, that was the club. Let's just hit up the club, and they went to the club, and I guess they paid, and now there's video of the woman who was the alleged abused victim. What's going on, Nate? Alleged.
What's up, Chillmonger?
She was at the club, and there's video.
Marsalis?
The next thing is
Morning.
Variety reported recently, just a couple days ago, that there's going to be a protective order, temporary protective order, so that she cannot be in contact with him, even between third parties. Like they're just not supposed to mix. That's the latest update now, and we've got 10 more days until his day in court, where all of this will be just free. He'll be free. He'll be alleviated. We will see exactly what actually happened. I'm telling you, Jonathan Majors didn't do it. Not at all.
Oh, we're talking
Hey,
about Jonathan Majors.
Well,
That's
we're
the
just
update.
doing a quick update.
Quick
Uh,
update.
Okay.
we try to do a week without Jonathan Majors, but it just can't happen. So we're doing quick
I know.
updates just
It's like,
to make sure somebody knows that he's innocent, because everything out there seems to be pointing in the opposite direction, no matter what the facts are. So we
yeah, it
try to
seems like every time I open my Facebook feed or my Twitter feed, there's always something about Jonathan Majors coming
Because
out.
they're trying to slander him.
I know.
And then no matter how hard you try to drag him, I'm going to call out your articles, Variety, where you say that a call to the 911 was made. No, he made the 911 call. Don't forget to include that, Variety.
All I'm gonna put when he's free, everything clears is hashtag thank you Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
If it wasn't for him, he's out of a career. Let's be honest.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Whew.
Excuse me. Pardon me this morning. Goodness.
Oh,
So,
by the
Nate,
way,
how was your week?
it was pretty cool. We got some new developments going on at work. We got a new co-op system that just got put in place. We're now expanding outward to 5 different states at my work when it comes to selling parts. Ugh. It's funny. My boss was about a week ago. He was talking about how great this is all going to be and how easy it's going to be. And this whole past week, he's done nothing but bitch, moan, and scream his head off. And we're just sitting there in the back watching him squirm. And I mean, we knew it was going to be a shit show. So there was no reason for any of us to get pissed off. Only one that was pissed off about this whole thing was him.
That's kind of a boss's job, is to be pissed off about things they can't do and blame other people for things.
I do apologize for being gone for a few weeks. Just been really tired and just been trying to figure some stuff out.
Oh, no problem at all. No problem at all. I mean, everybody comes and goes except for me and Warren, and it's just the way it is. Life happens. Things are happening. We're not going to have Kitty this morning because Kitty's under the weather.
Yeah, she said she was sick, right?
Yeah. A few weeks back, she was dealing with migraines, and so things happen. Things happen, and people can be here. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But that's okay because they're welcome back at any time, and we're glad they showed up. Unlike the Pinkertons.
Oh no, I heard about this. Damn. Talk about shooting yourself in the foot. Ouch.
Apparently, somebody wound up getting something that they shouldn't have. And it's not as nefarious as people would think. According to PC Gamer, YouTuber Old School MTG had big heavy hitter guys knocking on his door to seize the unreleased set of cards that he had received. Now, this is his
jackass going in front of my house.
This is his website, and as you can see, he talks about Magic the Gathering cards. And lately he was talking about the March of the Machines. And he got a pack of March of the Machines, some sort of extended edition cards on his website. He talked about that. He went to a place where he had ordered some cards, and he was going to get them in. And the guy received a box, opened it up in front of him, and pulled out all of the March of Machines things that he thought the guy ordered. What he didn't know is that somewhere along the line somebody screwed up and sent the advance cards that hadn't been released or introduced yet. Oh. And so he sold that because it was March of the Machines and then another title, whatever that was. Yeah. So he thought it was just part of what this guy ordered, and the guy paid for it, took him home, and did his YouTube thing, unboxing. And about a week later, the Pinkerton guys show up, knock on his door, and start questioning him about where he got it and what happened. And they said they would need to take those cards back because they shouldn't have been sold, and that he would be reimbursed in some form or fashion. They put him in touch with somebody at Magic the Gathering over the telephone. The guy at Magic the Gathering, or Wizards of the Coast, actually, spoke to him. And this is according to his video that I don't want to show because it would be cut out anyway, according to YouTube rules, because they love striking me. It's awesome. And so he says in his own words that they came, they talked to him, nobody was in trouble, they apologized, and then they took the cards. He was said to be reimbursed, and he made a follow-up video called The Aftermath of the whatever. I didn't get a screen capture of that, but come to find out later on in the week, they had, before they knocked on his door, they started talking to his neighbors. They knocked on his neighbors' doors, said they had an appointment with him. He didn't show up, and they wanted to find out what kind of person he was. And they did all this detective-style stuff, investigating him and putting his neighbors on alert that something might be going on over there at his house.
Keep in mind, this is all over cards.
Yeah, over
cards
that shouldn't have been sent to a store that shouldn't have sold them because they weren't, they didn't have the register stuff. He sold it. Yeah, it makes it's just a failure after failure after failure when it comes down to it, all the way down the line. And this guy winds up being dragged through the mud through his neighborhood and now he can't get a hold of anybody at Wizards of the Coast. And so he's looking for some sort of lawyer to find some sort of restitution because, these cards ain't cheap, especially when you buy boxes of them. And, as far as I know, he hasn't received any restitution whatsoever.
Yeah.
So, and
Plus
that's where we're at so far.
Plus the Pinkertons. You send the Pinkertons to this man's house over a box of cards that somebody screwed up along the way. Come
Yeah,
on, dude.
I understand. You try to, if somebody's selling the cards, you're going to investigate, all the way down the line from the inside. But dragging that dude through the mud with his neighbors, that's just that's a trash move.
I read somewhere that they accused him of stealing the cards. Not that he got them by mistake, but they accused him of stealing them.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there, and even in his, let me see if I can.
I've been following this whole story through. I don't know if you guys watch Clownfish TV or listen to their shows or anything like that, but they've been covering this whole story. So I've been kind of listening. I've been kind of getting updates about it on and off throughout the entire week.
Now, in this video, as you can see, I watched some of it. In this one over here, I cannot believe what they did. That's where he talked about them talking to his neighbors. And then over here, he says, update facts or fictions. Don't believe what you hear. If it's not coming out of his mouth specifically, it's a rumor and a lie. So,
Okay.
So much for Clownfish.
I'm not gonna stop. I've been trying to. I don't really understand the story because what are the Pinkertons? That's what I'm kind of confused about.
They're basically hired. I don't want to say hired thugs because I feel like that's the wrong kind of term. They're basically a private security firm, more or less.
Okay, and so they came because I was trying to understand that my friend, he plays Magic the Gathering. He was telling me the story, and then I read it, and I'm like, I thought this was like something complete, So they basically kind of try to strong arm him. Is that what I'm? You're muted.
Rosales, you're muted. Can't hear you.
That was stuff I didn't want anybody to hear anyway. The Pinkertons, and the reason people imagine the Old West and shootouts and guns and things like that is that after the Civil War, they were the number one detective agency out of the East that would go and hunt down criminals that were still fighting the Civil War in the South. And so the Pinkertons were known for bringing criminals to justice, like Jesse James and people like that. They would go after them and bring them back. Private security, private investigators, they would make sure that the trains didn't get robbed and so on. So they've carried a name over the years for bringing people to justice. And just so happens that somebody at Wizards of the Coast used to work for the Pinkertons. And when he heard about what was going on, he called on his friends to make sure they got the cards back. And sure enough, they did. So
I still think it's a bit overkill to send the Pinkertons to someone's house over some cards, though. I mean, crap like this happens all the time, but you don't ever hear about the Pinkerton detective agency being sent to people's houses over mistaken car parts or screwed up Amazon orders. Like, come on.
And now it'll never happen again.
Exactly.
You only got to do it once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so now everybody at the Wizards of the Coast knows that there's a heavy hammer to come down when things mess up. And I never knew Hasbro swung that hard, when it comes to things like that.
They can't really afford to. They're just doing it now and hoping that you believe they'll do it again.
Maybe they're trying to increase the value of the cards by showing how much weight they would bring down on people to try to get them illegally.
It's win-win. The tale of the Pinkertons will cross the nation.
A whole lot of advertising.
Trying to relive the glory days, apparently. Just can't catch their footing.
Thank you for that information. Because I was like legitimately confused about this whole scenario.
When I said hired thugs, that's what some people actually refer to them as hired thugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss 1776, you've got experience with the Pinkertons.
Oh, I'm still trying to wake up.
She's like, hold on, let me wake up so I can talk about this.
Yeah, you guys might want to just skip me on this one. Like I said, I don't have any coffee. Oh, yeah.
Is it brewing up? Or is that what we did? We did that already.
Major's update. Yeah, there's another article talking bad about him. Wait till May 9th to see him in court, and he's going to take down this case. That's your update.
Oh, good.
Fantastic.
That's good to hear.
Well, I hope he clears his name. He's a good actor, man.
Yeah, he does okay. He does.
Whoa, hey. It's better than okay.
Oh no. I saw a snippet about this. I heard he was kicked out. I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of fun information here. Let's see. Bree says, I read the family tried to sue Rockstar. Don't know how true it is.
He told me his name was Brywood, not Bree.
Bree? Bry? Bry.
Yeah,
Bry. I am so sorry, Bry. I've always thought of you as a Bree, but now I know you are a Bry. So there we go.
Excuse me, it is sir. It is sir.
Yeah, I was speaking of that. I used to have really long hair back in a ponytail, and I've always been this size, right? So, the longer my hair is, the more I look like a Walmart shopper. So I was working way back in the day. I was working at a Toys R Us, and in Toys R Us, we would stock the shelves the morning of. Yeah, it's okay, Nate. You don't need to worry about this story.
I got you in my ear. I'm good.
Fantastic. Refill the whiskey bottle before your dad finds out. So, in the story, the story that I tell about this, I'm on a ladder. They're tossing boxes up to me, and I'm putting them on the top shelf, and I'm taking the ladder and I'm wiggling around. People can only see me from behind. If we run late, the store opens. We're just stuck out in the aisles, and that happened one day. So this lady comes up from behind me, and she's like, "Excuse me, ma'am, can you tell me where the Barbie aisle is?" And so, I turn around. I'm looking like this. I turn around and said, "It's just 5 aisles that way, ma'am." So she had to go and
You had that Rikishi keister.
yes. Just the little pullover, blue pullover shirt, and
You're not gonna kiss the Rock's ass. You're not gonna kiss Stephanie's ass. There's one ass that the Rock has picked, especially for you.
that's a deep cut. So CM Punk. Now, from what I've read, CM Punk was going to do a show, and he's flying out of Florida to go to do the show. On that flight are some Raw superstars
Oh no.
that he hadn't seen in a while, obviously. So they get to talking, and he joins them as they go to work, which is going to be Raw that morning. So they make it there to the stadium, whatever it is. And he goes in with them. They bring him in. They get him past security. And he's back there, and he's talking to some folks. And he runs into Triple H, says, "Hey, you got a few minutes?" He says, "Yeah, sure, but I'll have to clear it with the guys upstairs." And he goes, and he makes a phone call to Vince and asks him about it, And he comes back and says, "Vince says you got to leave." And so some security guys come, and they walk him out, and he meets up with Tamina in the parking lot, and that's when you get the video of him leaving there and goes on his way. So according to his version of the story, just the guy with some old friends, going to go say hi to some old friends, mend some fences, talk shop a little bit, basically, and then go and do his podcast thing that he was going to do. No harm, no foul.
Mm-hmm.
Publicity stunt.
I'm calling bullshit. with a capital B.
You know your position with this company and how they view you. For you to just be... Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But it's not just nothing. You can't just go to see old friends. The amount of news and I don't know, headache that you've caused for this company, you shouldn't be there right now. You should clear it. And them asking you to leave was a very nice thing that they did. They asked for you to
Right.
leave. You know, and you spent enough time. You got to catch up. You got all right. You got it out. And you just there for publicity, CM Punk. You know better than to be in a WWE arena. Come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say, before I accidentally cut you off, I'm sorry about that. All I was gonna say is what did he expect? Especially, like you said, after all the stuff that's transpired between him and the WWE, he basically buried them back in the day, and I can imagine Vince is still kind of holding a grudge against that. So, I mean, like I said, what did he think was going to happen? He was just going to walk in there, shake hands with everybody. They were all going to make up. Nah, Vince didn't forget about what you did, buddy.
I love Nate's reminder of how young he is when he says something is back in the day. And I'm like, that was just like 8 years ago. Back in the day.
Okay, 8 years ago. Yeah, sorry.
So, Brian Alvarez did confirm that he was backstage at Raw and was asked to leave by security. But he did spend some time with Triple H in the back, more than 15 minutes of conversation with him. Now, given the fact that he is prone to making absolutely 100% sharp decisions that are good for everybody, sarcasm intended, knowing full well that when he had his blow up with Tony Khan and the boys in the back, and causing a legal stir that had to get everybody muted for months on end. Vince was out at that point and was out almost, it looked like for good. So, apparently a lot of the guys were thinking they had some kind of option after this, because they all left due to Vince. Everybody who came to AEW after WWE, that was the main factor. They didn't like the way they were being pushed. They didn't like the way they were being presented. They didn't like a lot of things. They weren't being used. Excuse me. So during his time of, I'm going to sit it out, I'm going to get my surgery, I'm going to wait and play my cards, Vince does the most Vince thing possible and bribes his way back into the company, and then sells it to people who say, oh, we want Vince back in charge. So, it's like, hey, they're pulling me back in. It's not me.
I'm telling you, man, the only way he will ever let go of this company is when he dies. I'll give CM Punk that. He will only let go of this company when he finally kicks the bucket.
And now, it's like he can only do one thing. Right, and that's kiss up, take the Saturday show, and move back. And before he has his meeting with Jericho and Tony Khan, the exact same week, he shows up backstage. And it just proves to me that he is every unword in the book: unstable, untrustworthy, unbookable, and unemployable. So that's where I would leave it right there. Okay, your contract is a contract. Let's honor that, but not put you on TV. Nice knowing you.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah. Warren, you got any thoughts on it?
I mean,
I guess not.
I really don't. I mean, I really don't. I mean, me and wrestling, so
wrestling.
Yeah, that's what I call it. Every time I call it like that, wrestling. So, when I see a wrestler come in like that and doing that wrestling stuff, that's not for me. But I mean, I guess to me, okay. So on the outside, when I saw this, to me, it sounds like he really misses being in the WWE, and he's trying to see what he can do.
Does he?
Without, because the whole UFC thing didn't work out for him, and he clearly wants to be in the spotlight. Why would you go backstage? You know good and well you're gonna probably get kicked out. Come on, use your brain. So I guess he wasn't thinking with his wrestling mind. So, That's
CM
all.
Punk doesn't think about a lot of things.
So that's my thing. That an objective look at it. He seems like he misses it, but I don't know the full story. But that's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, and I picked the story specifically for you that did not involve a referee taking a bump.
Who you think escorted him out of the building? It was those referees doing their job.
To kind of build off what he's saying, I don't think it's necessary that he misses the WWE. I'd imagine that while he was there at WWE, he did have some good relationships with people backstage, and he had, some good friends. So if this is just a case of, I just want to, see the boys, check in with everybody and, see how they're doing, cool. I mean, I've been in situations like that where, it's been years since I've talked to somebody and, I've had a chance to reconnect with some people and rekindle a friendship or relationship. But, you still got to remember that, you are the one that did bury the company. You still have to know in the back of your head that there is bad blood between you and said company. So don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to be in the crossfire. It's just not going to work out for you at all.
So Cole, we have CM Punk showing up while under contract to one company to another company backstage talking shop. Now, doesn't that violate some kind of law, you think, maybe against contract tampering or making deals with people that are under contract with somebody else?
It could, but I'm not really too familiar with that specifically.
I didn't realize you were here. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I just joined.
The issue is that they're independent contractors, and so there should be no real competing clauses or blah blah blah. If this is challenged, it will bring the independent contractor status into question, and it may backfire with WWE. Likewise with AEW. I think that it's been so many years since the WCW, since there was actually two warring factions. Everything has been able to be settled and able to be unwritten rules and understood rules that we are different companies, so we have different networking and there's just rules, right? So I don't know. CM Punk going to WWE, there will be no legal action taken from AEW because they want to keep the facade of we want the benefits of when you hire an employee. They can't mix with the other business. They want the benefits of that and to separate their locker rooms, their rosters. That's for that reason, this independent contractor stuff that AEW benefits from, they won't even challenge the WWE because CM Punk was in the arena.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Miss 1776, have you got anything to say about CM Punk being backstage?
Sorry, guys. What I know about wrestling is basically what I haven't tuned out from my dad, and that amounts to Gorgeous George and the Iron Sheik. So, I mean, I don't think that's going to help you guys here in this conversation.
Oh, I'd love to hear what the Iron Sheik has to say about this. We also covered World of Warcraft and the Pinkertons, Cole. You got anything on that?
Hello?
To the new person? I believe you're talking to the new
Cole?
person.
Yes, Cole?
Oh, my bad. Sorry. What was the question? I thought you...
You have to say his real name, Sean.
Sean, what do you know about the World of Warcraft and the Pinkertons?
Not much, honestly.
He said, I don't talk about that nerd shit.
I don't really know much about World of Warcraft.
Well, are you ready for Jonathan Majors to settle his day in court?
Sure, yeah. So everybody can just shut up about it.
Okay.
I'm getting real tired of hearing about it. Everyone just needs to shut up.
And it seems like in these situations, it's like both sides with some people, it's like they treat it like they're cheering for a sports team, and it's really annoying.
Is that MSK in the chat?
It is.
It might be.
Unfortunately, Rosales hasn't blocked him yet.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, if you want a piece of this, Variety Entertainment, I sent you a link, so there. You don't have to stay in the comments if you don't want to.
And they said Avengers Endgame was the most ambitious crossover of all time.
Results, I think he's scared because he knows he's going to have to be on his best behavior.
MSK is the only variety that's being fair to Jonathan Majors.
That was pretty good, Chillmonger. I
Thank
like that one.
All right. Well, has anybody seen the Flash trailer?
Mm-hmm.
I have.
Yeah, I have.
The bat worship is real, man. Holy crap. It's a good
So,
trailer, though. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm not going to show the trailer again because I don't want to be clipped out for however long it is. During a certain segment last week, we went black for a certain segment of time as we went on about our business, chatting away, and people on YouTube didn't get to see that. So I'm not showing the trailer this time, but we can definitely talk about it. What are your impressions?
Batman.
It's Batman. What are we gonna call this? It's not the Flash. It's Batman Infinity. That's what they should rename the movie Batman Infinity because that's the impression I got. Like Keaton and Affleck is going to just have some sort of impact on Barry, and they like I said, this reminds me of Daredevil season 2. They should have called that Punisher. They shouldn't have called it Daredevil because it was mostly all about Frank and everything going on with him. So that's where.
I mean, he was only in like 3 episodes towards the beginning of the second season, dude. He kind of took a back seat once Elektra showed up.
He just kind of stole the show, I think.
Punisher stole the show in that second season of.
Was that really a bad thing that he stole?
No, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying his presence wasn't in the whole thing. But anyway, kind of like what they were saying. Yeah, this looks like a Batman Far From Home for me, man.
Well, it's as much of a Flash movie as Captain America: Civil War was just a Captain America movie.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I can't really complain as it not being a Flash movie, because
I mean,
you're going to have this is the final crossover of the dying dead DCU.
I mean, there's nothing in the trailer that I hate. I mean, I'm actually looking forward to it.
I was surprised how much she resembled the thin, frail Clark Kent from the comic book. When they busted her out. Not that she bulks up afterwards, but.
How do you pronounce her name? Is this Sasha Calais or Calais?
I think it's Calle, which is street in Spanish.
I've been saying Cali for like the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's like going to Polo Loco for some chicken.
I will say that they're definitely trying to hit that like crowd that watched all of the Keaton movies when he's like, you want to go nuts? So I was like, come on guys, you're really targeting that nostalgic crowd to really come out to see this, huh? So I mean, can you blame DC for doing this because they saw? I think they delayed this movie. This is my theory. I think they delayed a lot of this movie because they saw what worked for Far From Home, and they're like, you know what? We're gonna use it and kind of. So I mean, I guess hopefully the delay worked, but that's my interpretation about it. I don't even now. Do we know the duration of this movie? Is it like a 3 hour? Is it a?
I've heard some people say it's like 2 hours and 30 minutes, something like that. I could be wrong. I know Chillmonger and Rosales are on it.
2:30.
2:30. Okay. Oh, I was right. Huh.
That's actually a pretty good. So it's not going to be. It's going to be to the point, not dragged on. So.
I mean, 2 hours and 30 minutes is still pretty long, but when
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. 2:30 is a pretty long movie.
Yeah, but
Not for today.
but
Not
for
for
me,
today.
but for me, I mean, whenever I review, I can't talk. Whenever I review a movie, I don't complain about run times unless the movie really sucked. I don't think this is going to suck. So,
Sean, what do you think? It's a half hour away from being 10 out of 10 for you. What do you think of it?
Yeah, well, if this is the most recent trailer, which yeah, it is. Okay, I was not a fan of it. That's all I'll say with being PG, I guess. But I was not the biggest fan of it. But whatever, still kind of excited to see it though, because it's like half of the film I'm kind of interested in, the other half not so much. But nonetheless, there's some good looking moments in it.
I'll be right back.
I'm excited to see, but also I don't know what you mean by the last of that dying universe. There's going to be a post-credit scene where the Snyderverse gets restored.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to restore the Snyderverse, and I think the end credit scenes you're going to see is going to be the happy camper send-off for Ezra Miller's Flash. We're probably going to see the what is his name? You're going to see a third Batman, essentially, and that Batman is going to wrap things up for everybody. And
Probably.
it's not going to be anything special that's going to bring us into the next phase. It's just going to be, okay, this is a wrap up. It's now all tied up nice in a bow, and this can go into the trash bin.
Nice.
Then it's just Aquaman and Blue Beetle, and that's that.
Yeah. And by happy ending, you mean him getting dragged into an insane asylum?
Well, insane asylum or a different universe that is still not the one that he started with. When they did the animated version of this thing,
Flashpoint.
and Flashpoint, that Flashpoint basically created the next version of the animated universe that WB Animation took off on and went into the new 52 direction. So what they're basically going to do is solidify that the worlds are separate, and what we're going to move on from is not the one where he landed.
And Ezra Miller doesn't know. Like the amount of like statements. Hey, will Ezra be the Flash anymore, James Gunn? We'll have to wait and see, bro. They're just trying their best not to cause the next Instagram blast of just I'm in another dimension or the next like little outburst out of Ezra. They're doing their very best and they're succeeding. We got like 6 more weeks until then, but when you watch that end credit scene and it confirms what Flashpoint is, which is a reset, and when we get to see that, oh, well, none of this guarantees a Flash return, then there may be some more outbursts.
Well, just to touch on Nico's point here about looks decent enough, but I've always had difficulty accepting Ezra Miller as Flash when Grant Gustin exists. Grant Gustin exists in the same universe or multiverse as Ezra Miller because they brought Ezra into the Flash TV series.
Was that during Crisis, I think?
Yeah, during
Yeah,
Crisis.
it
So
was.
he cannot exist as a replacement of Ezra Miller because this is the end of the Ezra Miller Flash storyline. So
Yeah. I mean, by the way, do you think there's any truth to what Grant said about, he won't be in the Flash, or do you think that's just like an Andrew Garfield thing he's doing right now?
I don't care, really.
I don't care.
Like, I don't give up.
They're bringing back the OG Superman in CG. So it's possible for Grant to
What do you
show
mean?
up. Christopher
What?
Reeve will be seen in CG form as
Well,
a
are you
Superman.
kidding?
No, that's what I heard. And
I think I just threw up in my mouth a bit.
No, that sounds awesome. That if there's like a whole bunch of heroes that they got to call from these different universes, and we get to say, oh, that's the old version. Okay, yeah, that's
here's
pretty
our
cool.
confirmed rumor from Movie Leaks.
Hopefully he's
not
flying
in it.
around in a wheelchair. You know?
He's one of the four
Wow.
horsemen.
I mean, I do think that this might be DC's like the last regime. I think this movie might do good just because of nostalgia factor. But if I had to like put a money on it, I'll go with a safe 650 for this movie. It could hit 700 million. That's what. But I'm looking at a 650 million movie.
You know what? If there's a scene where Bruce Wayne Batman, the Ben Affleck version, writes a letter to like the Michael Keaton Batman, you're one hell of a delivery man, Barry. If we had a scene like that, $1 billion. Because that was the best part of Flashpoint at the end, where Batman's freaking crying that his dad from another universe had a little letter. That was amazing.
What if he's not really the OG Batman?
No.
What if they actually play it straight and he is Batman's father? He's Bruce's dad. He's playing Bruce's dad.
I don't think so.
They're giving us this giant swerve, saying that it's the OG Batman.
That's enough talking for you, Rosales. It will not be that.
What I'm confused
I
is
got kicked out of my own.
Are they
much better?
I hope they don't like.
I am the captain now.
we see like this guy do like this show Flash where, we knew Harrison Wells was like the guy, but then he takes off his skin or whatever, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm the Reverse Flash." I'm like, "Oh, that'd be kind of whack," but like, "Oh, I'm Reverse Flash all this time, Barry."
I mean, that whole thing in season 1 was awesome. What do you mean?
No. What I'm saying is we see two Flashes in the movie, two Ezra Millers, and I'm saying that we're probably gonna.
Oh, you're saying? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. If one of them is the Reverse Flash, well, I've heard some people say there's going to be like a Dark Flash or something like that. It sounds.
Yes.
It sounds dumb when people talk
I
about
saw
it, but
in
I'm
the trailer
like,
though. There's a black Flash running. If you catch it, really, when New Rockstars breaks down, you see like a black. I watched that channel, so shout out to New Rockstars.
I don't dissect trailers like some people do on the internet, but I mean, I'm still looking forward to the movie no matter what.
Everybody tell Kitty to feel better.
Feel
Feel better,
Kitty.
please.
Feel better.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Okay, that was kind of weird. Sorry.
I think what we see running is a Kryptonian, the one that jumps up in and smashes the jet plane or the bat plane. I think that's a Kryptonian running around, but it looks like the Kryptonian armor. So I don't think that's Reverse Flash.
But like to me, the fact that they what's the guy? I always forget that guy's name that plays Zod, which was kind of one of the shining lights in that Man of Steel movie. Forgot the actor's name. Like the fact that I know for a fact that man had to get a chunk to come back to play because I've seen him in other stuff. He's a phenomenal actor. I can never remember his name. I always consider
Michael Shannon.
Yeah, Michael Shannon, great actor. So, I mean, I know scenes with him are gonna be just great because the man just delivers when he's performing. So, I mean, that to me says they actually gave it some thought. But again, it sounds like to me like the Snyder fans are like, we see Zod, there's a chance, return the Snyder.
Movie leaks. Did you actually see one of the screeners? It looks like you have some inside information. Let me know in the comments. And Kitty says, "Feel better, right? Meow" is the phrasing. So I guess we got it all wrong. Sorry, Kitty.
She knows what we're trying to say.
I'm still giving us an A for effort.
But personally, I think Zod is played out. If I see another Zod story coming, that'll be it for me. I'll be out.
He still was one of the best things about Man of Steel. I really liked him in Man of Steel.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, if there's anything, he played his character very well.
That was a lame sequence where he died. It was completely irrational.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
the
was.
scene, yes.
He's threatening to mow these people down with his eyesight unless Superman breaks his code that nobody knew about and kills him by twisting his head off, right? And he can't do this.
Or he can't lift his head up. Like, just lift his head up. That's all you gotta do.
Not supposed to overthink stuff like that, Rosales.
But you think that, have you seen
You're gonna break the Matrix, my friend.
No, you're not. Kryptonians don't have the access to eyeball rotation while they're activating their, heat stuff. There's no other scene in the movie that'll prove me wrong. You can look, yeah, they can move their eyeballs, but go find another scene where he's using his attack and his eyeballs are able to move. No, they're set, fixed in a place, and that is why. And Superman knew that. Superman has the same power, so he knew he had to do that.
There's a scene in the
Or
Superman
is that
the
just
animated
something that?
series.
Wait, is that true?
There's a scene in
Yes,
Superman
it
the
is.
animated series where he looks into a mirror and shaves himself with his heat vision, and he can't do that by doing this. He used his eyeballs to shave himself because
That
a razor
happens,
will not cut.
and that's
So-
something animated Superman has over Henry Cavill.
Okay,
I
who's
think it's
lying to
canon.
me? Killmonger or Rosales?
No, I'm making it up right now. I'm telling
Oh.
you, this is headcanon, but I have to salvage this Zack Snyder masterpiece to tell you that.
That's why we're moving away from that. That one scene is the only reason Zack Snyder's not coming back. Still funny how a experienced Kryptonian soldier lost to a farm boy Zod easily should have been the better hand-to-hand fighter. If this was experienced Supes lives, Reeves, then the fight makes sense. Sure.
The Earth's sun gives access to the genetic pool of Henry Cavill Superman of Clark. That's what. Earth's sun.
Yeah.
Look at that, it worked. She feels better, meow.
Hey,
Right, better right meow. You had such pretty meows. I had to come and say hi. I felt really bad.
Oh, you didn't have to come in if you're feeling sick. You know,
Aw.
sit down
No,
with,
no,
with
I'm
a
at-
cup of
I'm
chicken
at.
and soup.
I'll walk. My husband took me for some food.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm feeling a bit better. So
Hey,
yeah, let's continue. Isn't it?
Food makes everything better.
Yeah, it did really help out quite a lot.
All right, so let's
yeah.
do a quick recap with Kitty.
Yeah,
Jonathan
thanks,
Majors
guys.
update. You got
Yes.
anything on Jonathan Majors?
Nothing new. Is there new evidence? It seems like everything's still the same.
only
No.
evidence that's ever came out was to help Jonathan Majors. It's all rumors and speculation on the other side. So he's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm hearing a lot more support from him for him. Obviously, all of us were reasonable from the beginning, but like in the rest of the people seem to have also just kind of not gone as hard on him. So sounds good.
Are you aware that CM Punk was backstage at Monday Night Raw?
No, I don't know what the hell that is.
What do you think the CM stands for?
I was trying to make up a joke, but I'm not that well. I can't make anything up.
Well,
Chick
in
magnet.
the early '90s, it was Chick Magnet.
Chick
Yeah,
magnet.
that's where I was going. Chick Magnet.
Chick magnet.
Were you aware that the Wizards of the Coast sent the Pinkerton Detective Agency to a private residence to take back cards that were not supposed to be shipped to him?
Yes, you put that in the chat. I didn't know whether it was satire or not. I
No,
don't know what's satire or not these days.
Legal? That feels illegal. Can you do that?
Oh, you've had your coffee, Miss 1776. That's awesome. Yeah,
I
don't
had
know
my
if it's
energy
legal
shot.
or
I
not.
found it.
Where'd you
think
get
it-
that? I want one.
Do you guys have those, the 5-hour energy shots?
No.
I
What-
don't know.
We got 5
they
hour
called?
energy.
I mean, he'll blow your heart out, so just be careful with him. But yeah.
I mean, too many of these will blow my heart out, but I mean,
I had Red Bulls this morning. Yeah, that's not a good idea.
You could probably get it online.
No, I'm not going to look into that. But what Bang? Oh, yes, I've heard of those.
peach mango. This is a really good one.
Yeah, go
Last
for
night,
Good.
last night on the MSK show, I was drinking cherry lime lemonade. No, cherry blade lemonade. It's pretty good. Pretty
I'm
good.
gonna
There must
show
have
for the
been
energy
some
shot.
sort of dirty jokes with Bang as a word in that.
Well,
No, but
in
kid,
MSK.
go for the energy shot because they're like little and they're like pack a punch, and you don't have to like drink a whole can.
But is it caffeine energy sort of thing? Then does it give you heart palpitations? I don't dig
Oh.
that.
Yeah, but I mean, do you want to be awake or?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
this
but
stuff
you
gives
want to be
you
awake?
heart
Or...
Espresso.
palpitations.
You know what? I'm gonna do
I mean,
that.
I'm
gonna
still
get an
alive. I've been
espresso
doing
now.
it since I was in my 20s, so
What?
Be as awake as possible when your heart stops.
Well, my heart hasn't
That's a
stopped
wake
yet,
up
so.
for
Daddy?
me. It just gives me so much joy. The echoes just gives me so much joy.
I thought that was Strahd. I was like, oh no, he's coming for me. Oh no.
Roll for initiative.
Fuck.
You guys are
that one.
weak. You guys are lame. Lame.
No,
Drinking
you know
in
what?
cans of energy.
You will get the joke, Miss 1776, when you start playing in August.
This is
Diet.
my wife's-
It's diet, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, that's my wife's beverage of choice right now. So
What flavor
That's
is that? That's-
So she chose it for
Oh
you.
my god, Dr. Pepper's unholy. How do you drink that nastiness?
What are you
How would
talking
you
about?
want
I'm gonna get
What?
a
Oh
Red
my
Bull.
god.
I'm
You
peer
having
pressured
pain over
into
there?
beverages.
You
I
shut
would
your
ra-
mouth.
I would
That's a
rather
refreshing beverage.
I would rather drink goat piss than drink that thing. Oh no.
It is
would-
not
Yeah.
that bad.
rather
Stop.
It's
not be able to
delicious.
make that comparison.
They used to have like a flavor that was really good. It was like they had a but it wasn't vanilla. It was like American something. They did it for like the 4th of July.
They
Hell
no.
had. They
You
had.
know what? I
vanilla-
don't like you now.
That
Juan,
was
you're
the-
mean.
I'm just
I don't like you now.
that's fine. Someone else knew that I didn't like. Cole knows someone that I said I hated Dr. Pepper, and I was consistent. I hate
Do
that
you
drink.
hold on? Now, because if you hate Dr. Pepper, does it mean you hate root beer as well?
Hell yeah, that's disgusting.
Oh my god!
You have issues. You have issues. You
Come
should have
on.
been upfront about these issues.
Oh lord,
Meanwhile, he's sitting there with a cream soda.
I do drink cream soda. That's for
Cream
sure.
soda's lovely. What's
It's
wrong
made
with
by the
cream
same
soda? Is it great?
people.
So doesn't mean it tastes the same.
I don't know why the image is so small, but no, this is fire. If you ever find it, it's called
What is
Jet Energy Drink in those orange
that?
bottles.
Why does
If you
that
ever
look like?
find it.
Why does it
on
look
the
like-
black market?
Why does it look like something out of a GTA 5?
It's like Axe
yeah.
Axe decided to make a drink line. No offense.
Yeah, it pretty much is. I'm pretty sure it's actually banned in every other country besides Costa Rica. So that's probably not a good sign, but I still drink it.
anyways, the secret to all these energy drinks, if you look at your Bang right now, the ingredients, vitamin B is like 300% of your daily requirements, and that and caffeine is your answer, and it doesn't do
I don't think
half
there's
the
vitamin
damage.
B.
Rosales, can you share my screen?
You're
that-
right. It says 60%. You're right.
Yeah.
Hmm
Rosales, are you
But
sharing my
like,
screen?
there's no vitamin B in Red Bull, right?
I thought there would be. No,
It's just no. I don't know. It's all in Arabic. I can't read
It's in
this.
Arabic.
I know B looks like this.
I
You
don't
guys
think
can
it's
read
not.
Arabic? You want to see? I don't know. I can ask Alexa.
It's like the letter U with a dot underneath. That's how you say the B letter. But I don't think it'll actually be. I don't know. I've never
A
seen it.
B with the Arabic B.
Or I can just go on my computer and look at Red Bull vitamin
I could
B.
do that too. But do I want to when you can?
Lucozade?
Lucozade, yeah, we have Lucozade in South Africa.
100 grams.
I don't even know what it is, so that's
Wait, 100
Lucozade,
grams
yeah.
of what?
It's high in vitamin B, including famine, riboflavin, niacin, which is vitamin
And
B1, B2, B3.
taurine, which is
And-
good for cats.
Quit with the big words. My mind can't take it.
Hey, they're cheapening on my thing. They used to be like 6,000. of your daily intake. Why the hell is it? Sorry. Why the heck is it
Wow.
2,000? My apologies. Why the heck?
But that's
This
what
is
makes
great.
your urine neon, like it'll light up green. Mhm.
Yeah. Glow in the dark. You need that in South Africa as well.
If your urine
When
turns
there's no
green, I
good
recommend going to
electricity.
the doctor.
You know what? You're too young, Nate. You don't know how to live life.
If you drink Dr. Pepper, you should go see a doctor. That's for sure. Yeah.
If you don't drink Dr. Pepper, you
We
should go see a
asked the-
doctor.
Yeah.
We
What's wrong with you,
talk
Warren?
about
on
the
the East
important
Coast, but here
issues
in
on this show.
Texas, it's mandated through the state constitution that we have to drink Dr. Pepper.
Well, don't let Warren in Texas
think-
then, apparently.
Oh,
He's
your
worse than
life
I think
the
my
California.
husband will
down.
love that. I'll tell him that.
Your
Gordon?
life expectancy is definitely down. That's for sure.
He's gonna get to Texas and they're gonna be like, "We don't like your
Gordon,
kind
you think
around
we
here."
have to drink
I'll
Dr.
put it
Pepper?
this way: if you put a Dr. Pepper in my hand, I'd slap it.
I think
I'd
he's
slap
got
it
his
right out of your
headphones on.
hand.
You're gonna slap it out of my hand or out of your hand?
I'd slap it
What
out of
Flash
everybody's
trailer are
hand.
you talking about? I thought there was just a Batman trailer. But I'm sure somebody made that joke. But
Yes.
Oh, no,
we-
yeah. Actually, they started with that joke.
like several
So-
people made that joke. Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I just thought I would.
That's enough of that, ballyhoo.
that was a good one.
I like. I mean, I like all of it.
Neon urine sounds like something that goes into glow sticks.
That's what it is, everyone. It is a water-soluble vitamin, and it'll change the color of your immediate urine. Then after that, you'll have normal urine.
Wait. Is there a vitamin that would change the color of your urine?
B.
Really? It will make it. Are you serious? Is that? I thought that was a joke. Like,
No,
oh,
I can attest to this. If you have too much vitamin B, your urine comes out very neon.
She looks so concerned.
I'm gonna try that.
She's like, what's wrong with the Americans
It's
here?
not. It's your way of your body dispelling.
Yeah, no, I know. When you've got too many vitamins, it just comes like that's multivitamin P is a smell that comes. It's like
Just like
there
how-
is- yeah.
Asparagus changes the way your
Yeah.
Yeah.
your pee smell.
Did you just say vitamin P?
I mean, I should have. That is a good joke to have made. Sorry, you guys are over here. I'm sorry if it looks like the screen is over here, the camera's over here.
No,
Oh,
it's
that's-
okay. But
I've messed
if
up
it
my
makes you feel
cables.
better, my computer
go.
is
Now
right
you're looking
here.
at us.
My camera's up here. So
There we go. Let's see if I can.
Yeah,
looking
so
at you
the
guys
Flash
here.
trailer. Were you guys finished talking about it by the time I got here?
No, we were just discussing the Flash trailer to see exactly how everybody thought about Batman and Supergirl. Because it's, not a whole lot of Flash happening there.
Yeah, no, Batman. Look, I was a sucker for that. I got lured in. I really was. But yeah, I don't give a shit about the Flash.
Oh, whoa! What's wrong? Whoa! Take that
Nice.
back.
Because he's the well is poisoned. Okay, for this normie, the well is poisoned by Ezra.
Thank you for going this topic because I was about to. Woo.
I'll defend her a
Don't
little
worry.
bit by saying some people don't give a shit about Batman or Superman. So I mean,
That's true.
That sounds like
no,
a better
well,
statement. I like that.
Yeah, okay, I suppose. Look, it's just like I said, it's just Ezra that I don't like his face. I'm a very sensitive person, and I know that you shouldn't be talking about people's faces,
I don't like the
But-
way he looks.
but I don't like him. I don't like him, and I don't like his face.
Well, shouldn't you see it then? So then you can watch him disappear when the movie ends.
Yeah, he blurred. At least he moves fast enough. I wouldn't see him much, but at least there wasn't much of him in the trailer, so that's why I liked it.
Yeah, that's what makes it.
I liked the trailer. I really did. But
So,
then I was
I
like,
had-
wait, oopsie, it is the Flash movie.
I did have a poll up. Should Ezra Miller keep being the Flash? And 89% of the people polled said no. So there's that.
Not after this movie, yeah. Don't like going cancel.
I mean, I've never. Let's just because the director is the one that. The writers make Barry the way he's supposed to be in the movie. So who do you really blame? Because they're the ones that write the script and say, hey, this is how we want our Barry to be as well too.
In a sense, that's true, but also the actors are given an opportunity to uh, express themselves as the character and interpret the words that are written and what the director says to do in a specific way. So, um, the thing that made Marlon Brando so different from everybody else at the time is that he didn't just stand there and deliver lines. Um, he would do things. He would pick something up and mess with it and look at it in his hands while he's delivering the lines and then discard it because it wasn't part of the story. Uh, but it made it more interesting. It made it more
And more real.
personable, more real. And so actors are given the opportunity to embody the character in their own form and fashion. So a lot of what Kitty sees is permeating through the dialogue. It's permeating through the direction. It's permeating through the film as what Ezra Miller brings to the character. And she doesn't like that
I don't
because
like
he's
him.
a trash man.
I'm not disagreeing.
Yes, all men
with
are
that,
trash.
But to
I didn't go that far.
now to also add to that,
I'm a good guy.
the
I
director
promise.
the director sees how he's conveying himself, and he could say, Ezra, I don't like you being goofy. And he did. I mean, because he did a lot of goofy stuff. And I agree with Kitty. There's plenty of actors that first of all, as much as people like Grant Gustin, I think there are far better actors that could play the Flash.
I don't think there's many actors that have
The
done
ass.
what Ezra has done. Just saying.
Yeah, no. I'm
Can you
just saying
stop
that
coming around?
there's other actors I think that are out there that could definitely be a good Flash besides Grant Gustin. Everybody puts him first, but I think he's just a TV show actor. He's not a movie actor. That's my
Burn.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
That's kind of what I
Didn't
was
George
thinking.
Clooney go from
Have you
being a
have you
TV
seen
actor to a movie actor?
have you seen that man's emotional acting chops, dude? Holy hell!
George Clooney?
No, Grant
I
Gustin.
mean, again, I'm a Flash fan, so I like Grant. I think Flash would ended after season 3, but that's just me. But
No Savitar.
Well, I
Yeah, that's
think
what I'm sorry.
I think
Sorry.
a lot of it just depends. I think the reason people say that, especially about a lot of the CW actors, like for example, look at Tyler Hoechlin in Superman and Lois, right?
Mhm.
The way he acts in Supergirl or that type of show is not the same as he acts in Superman and Lois. Like for example, in the Flash and the early CW stuff with Flash and Arrow, when they started adding in Flash, the character started acting more cartoonish, like very expressive, moving exaggerated movements and stuff. You look at Superman and Lois, his Superman doesn't do all that. They just kind of act normal. They don't try to play it up. In the Flash TV show, I noticed they play up stuff a lot. Like they're a little bit more exaggerated and animated than usual, which kind of you jump into the corny like Power Rangers territory. So it's just you give them certain material, and some of these actors can transform and do some good. Because Grant Gustin, he's a really he can act.
He can.
If you need him to cry, he'll cry. If you need him to laugh, he'll laugh. If you need him to sell us a compelling and emotional scene, he can do it. I'm not gonna lie. In those first 3 seasons of Flash, there are some moments where I was like, "Dang, this dude."
There are some moments where he's jerking my tears, man.
Okay.
He never made me cry, but
you never make me cry. Come on now.
Oh, but of course, everybody knows me as the guy that cries while literally watching anything. So
I'm just saying that we've seen time and again that a TV show actor, not many have crossed that threshold to the movie where they cast them for the movie and there's got to be a reason, right? Like this doesn't even have to be CW. We've seen it in other sort of things as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Warren, because it's like I say,
Please, go ahead.
It literally just depends on the materials some of these actors are given. Now, there's some actors that's absolutely built only for TV, and that's it. But it's just the material. You give them some good material, and they can give you something. If you give them a good director, for example, Patty Jenkins, not Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot, below average actor. Patty Jenkins was able to take her in Wonder Woman 1 and make people, like her. She made her, act good. It's probably the only good acting she's done.
For former military, I think she did fantastic.
Yeah, I thought she was solid in Wonder Woman 1. I mean, but in general, I think she's a below average actor. But in Wonder Woman 1, I give all the credit to Patty Jenkins for directing her.
Damn.
Really good as an actor. Because that's the job of a director.
It's a madhouse! A madhouse!
Once it wasn't me triggering it.
I love the way the monkey walks off.
You said monkey?
Oh God! Don't even start that on here. This is a sanctuary zone.
Planet of the Apes, and so that's where she saw the gorilla running by. The gorilla was actually shooting the water hose at the guy.
76 is back with her typical.
No.
What?
No, we don't do starting this on this channel. This is right, Rosales. This is like it's a sanctuary. I don't have to hear that.
So, speaking of Kraven the Hunter, there was some news about Kraven the Hunter. That came out.
I can see him in the graphic. Nice.
Stream right there. Let me do this here.
I'm about as excited for this as I was Morbius.
Johnson brings a bloody R-rated Kraven footage to CinemaCon. So it's going to be a rated R superhero movie, which is something we haven't had since
Deadpool.
Since
Deadpool.
Why?
Yeah.
Why are they just now going, oh, we should make it rated R? That's such a good idea.
Venom should have been rated. Venom should have been rated R.
You didn't do it with Venom. You somehow did.
Venom.
You didn't do it with Venom. You somehow didn't do it with Morbius, even though the guy is a literal vampire. Why now?
I think the reason why they're doing it now is, well, they thought, before we have to make a PG, even though it makes no sense because otherwise we're gonna make no money. But I think after Morbius, they think in their minds that these characters like Kraven the Hunter and Morbius, nobody actually really cares as much about, so they have to just try to go like full maybe slasher to get people's interest.
But even so, nobody asked for this movie. Literally nobody.
What they're trying to do is what
Marvel
tried to do initially, which is take their second-rate characters that they have access to and turn them into A-rated characters. And I think when it comes to Venom, arguably you could say that they did that with what they had. They made him second tier at least. With Kraven the Hunter, you establish him as a bloodthirsty murdering victim, and when you get your Spider-Man back into your house, you now have somebody who's got the credibility and viability of being an actual threat to him. What I'm glad to hear is that they have replaced the Rhino with a different actor. So Alessandro Nivola.
I am the Rhino.
And apparently he looks a little bit gray, and this is the guy right here who will be playing the Rhino in the upcoming Kraven the movie.
Coked out metalhead Paul Giamatti was way too much for me.
The same issue I had with Venom and Morbius is that, whatever, I don't know what Sony's building up to. If they're trying to do another
nothing.
I don't think they're going to do it. Whatever they're trying to do something.
They're just throwing shit at the wall.
They can easily just have two Spider-Man at a time. Let Tom Holland be there, and they have their own Spider-Man, so they can do these stuff right. From what I heard, Kraven is supposed to be an animal lover in this version, so he's supposed to be protecting the animals and stuff.
I heard this too,
which doesn't make sense because Kraven hunts animals is for sport. He's not an animal lover. He respects the hunt. But he's not an animal lover. He's not a Like,
Yeah, but we can't show a grown muscular man slaughtering animals in the plains of Africa
Look,
because
I
PETA would
won't
be all
enjoy
over
that.
us in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
PETA
yeah,
kills
PETA.
puppies, so what do we care what
Yeah, PETA the hypocrites. Yeah, see.
I just think this
But
whole
yeah.
thing is stupid.
I mean,
overall.
we don't take PETA serious anymore.
Well, I wonder if will they, because we all want the Sinister Six. Everybody's been wanting to see it. So I'm wondering that at some point there has to be talks with Marvel, Disney, saying, "Hey, this is what we're doing. We're building it." There's got to be a collaboration at some point because, Holland is clearly, he says he's taking a break, but we know he's going to come back eventually.
He'll be back in Spider-Man 4.
So that's I like Aaron Taylor Johnson. He's not a bad. I mean, in the Kick-Ass series, he was a pretty good actor. There, I thought he played a decent Quicksilver in Age of Ultron.
Don't lie, Warren.
He's been in other movies. He played a decent Quicksilver. Stop it.
Played a horrible Quicksilver.
People don't understand the ramifications of Age of Ultron. It set up a lot of movies, believe it or not. But whatever. Okay, but yeah, I think what caught me was when I read it when I read that article about how he's gonna bite off somebody's nose. I was like, whoa, hey there, buddy. That's a little bit. I wonder how that's gonna look on screen. Someone biting your nose off. That's a little kinky, right?
Like MSK saying that was kinky right there.
Copious amounts of blood in an R rating does not always equal money. Just saying.
No.
No, but we know that this is gonna tie in to. I wouldn't be surprised if Vulture says, "Hey, there's this wall crawler guy, and I can't beat him alone." And then you see Morbius standing right next to him, like, "I got some buddies right now."
I'm getting a headache from listening to this.
You really do sound like a WWE fan when you talk. I can see them all lined up in a row talking to each other. Let's team up.
And see, well, I think that's the funnel. This is why I say they should make literally another Peter Parker for the universe, because it seems like
They're kind of doing that.
No way home.
Why not just bring Andrew Garfield back and let him have his, finish up his thing?
Because that would be too easy.
I mean, Andrew Garfield doesn't even want to come back after how they treated him. I don't blame him.
I mean, he got a warm reception from the fans at something, and he seemed like they would want to reprise the role if they could.
Yeah. He said he wasn't interested though in this. He saw how bad this looks. It's like no.
But see, this what I was saying. That's why they should do another, because they're clearly relying to wait and see what the MCU is doing, because they already wasted the Sinister Six in No Way Home. They wasted the key member.
No, they didn't.
They wasted Octopus. Because if the goal
they
is
used it and they made $2 billion. Don't say they wasted it.
No.
Waste anything.
when I say they legitimately wasted the Sinister Six.
But the thing is, they
weren't even the Sinister Six. They were the Sinister Five.
Yeah. But they was pretty much a bootleg Sinister Six.
Stop it! They were not,
because how are they going to do Sinister Six if there's no Spider-Man? Tom Holland.
How is any of this happening? Why is there a Kraven? Why is Bad Bunny doing a movie? Why?
Yeah, like none of this stuff.
Actually,
I do not think Tom Holland's going to the Sony verse at all ever. They had a chance to No Way Home.
No, but
when they could have sent him to a different universe.
What I'm saying is if we clearly, because we saw Hardy in No Way Home, so clearly
and he went back to his universe.
There's a collaboration.
So he got left because the little symbiote thing moved.
They did that purely just to set up the symbiote saga in the MCU. That's
right.
It.
But there's a collaboration with Sony, and they it's a money-making business. This is all about money at the end of the day, and
But these movies are not making money.
They're not. And Tom Holland is a person with choices, and he's never going to choose to sign a contract with Sony that says, I will do an exclusive movie that is unassociated with Marvel Studios. And
I don't think it's going to be a Sony. I think it's going to be like another. where it's like, oh, we're gonna use our characters and we're gonna split up the money for this movie. That's my theory.
Say that again.
I think it's gonna be another collaboration where it's like we've established our characters, right? Now we want to bring them over for this one big movie event on the Disney platform, and they're gonna contract negotiate. People want okay, guys, money talks. I don't know. I mean,
but it's not making money. Morbius bombed like crazy. This
I'm
movie's
not
probably
saying
gonna.
Kraven. I'm saying once they get a Spider-Man. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. By the way, I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
I'm saying once they get a Spider-Man actor, whoever it's gonna be, that's what they're gonna try to do. Because there's just no point in. Because then the real question is, these movies, this stuff can all go to a streaming service platform if they really wanted to, right? So why are you developing these characters if you're not going to be building up some sort of universe or something? That doesn't make sense in itself.
Yeah, well, Warren, I don't disagree that they're not building up. I think they're building up something, but what they're building up can only happen through the multiverse, meaning Tom Holland has to get pulled out of the MCU just to come over to the Sonyverse to fight some people that is not relevant to him or affect him. I think something more effective is taking a Sinister Six and putting them in the MCU that you can build up, and you don't have to do this. Oh, let's just have them go across the multiverse and fight somebody. You're already doing that with your Spider-Verse animated movies. You know,
I mean,
Spider-Man traveling across the universe, fighting different people. When you can just build up a Sinister Six in the MCU, but I don't think they're going to do that because we already got a bootleg Sinister Six in No Way Home. They're just going to repeat the same villains again.
Yeah, but remember that we clearly saw that at the end of No Way Home, it was a reset for Parker. So that's I mean, again, that it's a legitimate question. Why are you making these movies? Because I'm not saying I'm for them. I'm just saying
I know you aren't.
I'm saying you're making
Nobody
it Kraven. Because let's be honest, if they really wanted to, they could do a Shocker movie. Is it gonna be good?
God, no.
You see what I mean? Like
What? What are you talking about?
Shocker heist movie, everybody.
Vin
Shocker
Diesel.
heist movie.
Remember the Vin Diesel Sony movie where it was a Valiant comic, but they used him, and the movie made like $40 million. It was just a dud.
They can make a chameleon movie.
Blood something
Yeah.
or whatever.
yeah,
Bloodsport.
Bloodshot.
Oh, but yeah, Bloodshot.
Oh my god.
So Sony's not winning. Sony makes these movies fail. Thankfully, they have a deal with Netflix where they get like $200 million just so they can get their movies. So at least they make back money no matter how much they flop. Still, I don't think that Sony. I think Sony and Tom Holland specifically. Tom Holland will never associate himself with a Sony movie of Spider-Man. You want to do Drake Uncharted? Sure. You want me to do a Spider-Man movie? No. That's the thing I do with Marvel, and it always works.
Every time you say Tom, I'm like, where's Tom Hardy? Tom, and you just.
And then
There's
also
too many Toms.
Also, you have to look at
Tom Hardy.
look at the Madam Web movie they're doing. Supposedly,
Oh, yeah.
that's supposed to have like probably an evil version of Peter. I think it's supposed to be Kane coming to. It's basically Terminator, but Spider-Man, and they're trying to prevent the death of Peter's parents. And I'm like, so are they introducing Peter Parker to that? What are they doing? Because the best way for them to do something with this is to have their own Spider-Man. They don't need to rely on the MCU. They own the rights to Spider-Man. Just make another.
Here's the thing for me.
Universe.
I think a bunch of us, plus plenty of other people out there on the internet, have done the exact same thing we're doing right now. Oh, what's Sony's plan? You know, what are they going to do with Spider-Man as a character and everything that they're doing? I don't think they have a plan. Like I said, I genuinely think they're just throwing crap at the wall and seeing what sticks. And the only reason they're doing this is because they know that these characters have some kind of tie to Spider-Man. And they know that people like us who know who these characters are and who review these movies are going to go see this crap, whether or not general audiences go and see it or not.
All right, fair point. But I mean, I saw Venom. I didn't see Morbius because I'm not.
Let me ask you something though. What is the point of Venom?
Tom Hardy?
I don't know. I mean,
his
Exactly.
gay relationship.
There is no point.
No.
What's the point of Morbius?
He bites people and suck their blood. No, he sucks their
Morbid.
plasma.
Okay. What's the point of Madam Web? Do you know what all these? Do you know what all these have
the
in common?
Spider-Verse together. There's a plan there. I can see it.
There's no
There's a
point.
plan.
There's no
There's a-
plan. This is just Sony trying to get money, and they are failing miserably.
Okay.
I don't know how they're still going. Morbius bombed so badly that there's no way that
Can
any
you
executive
stop
or any
disrespecting Morbius? It made 500 billion. All right, and what do you mean when it's about life? All right, that's what it's about.
Morbius is
Life,
love. Morbius
yes.
is life. But
Okay.
no, I still. This is just
Morbius is
ridiculous. They need to stop while they're ahead.
No,
They really need to.
okay.
Right?
Keep the conversation going. I just want the
Oh.
people in the stream to go ahead and take a look at
Okay.
some of these movies because we're going to see what kind of horror fan you are.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you
Take
can
a
double check
screenshot
to
so
see.
I can do the shot.
Let's see, wait, go like this.
But the
Yeah,
thing is,
there we go.
Nate, is
Yeah,
what
go-
I'm saying is that they had to learn their lesson from they're like, oh, you know what, Morbius did terrible. Like, Sean rather linked the writers, and that those movies listed aren't bad movies that they did. So they must be putting in some work. I'm just saying, when it comes out, if it's trash, it's trash when we watch it. If it's good, then what do we say then if it's good? That's the thing. We're already giving it a bad. We're already saying it sucks, right? Before we even watch it. But if it's good, now what do we do?
Patterns don't lie, and Sony's pattern is not looking good right now.
But if it's good, again, you're not kind of answering the question. If it's good, what do you do then?
I will review it and critique it the way I've always reviewed and critiqued other movies. If it's got good, genuine moments in it that I really like, I'll say there's good.
I feel like I'm
genuine
getting
stuff
some
about it.
bias from you. When your name says unbiased.
Warren is like this.
No, I'm not saying you have to like it.
Going
but I'm
down
saying,
a path very similar to the DCEU. The DCU died pretty much when Man of Steel started. This universe died when Venom started. There's no rebound they can do in the middle of it to just bring it back. It's either you start out good, you kind of slip up a little bit in the middle, but you end it on a good note. But sometimes your start is just as important as your end. There's no rebound they can do with this universe.
I agree.
It's so disconnected. Like randomly Vulture showed up at the end of Morbius,
which made no sense.
Right, and then he gets there. He doesn't worry. He doesn't care about his family. He's like, oh, let's go do some bad stuff. Like, dude, you got a whole family and everything. You just forgot about your family. Like, what's going on?
Second of all, he just came from another universe and he's just magically okay with it.
Right, it's like
he's not freaking the hell out. Like, where the hell am I? Come on,
there is actually a theory. There's actually a real life scientific theory out there that the experiments going on at CERN have actually opened up the multiverse possibilities, and we are crossing the multiverse multiple times. And whenever we have something where we know something to have been true and it's not true anymore, what people are blowing off as the Mandela effect is a residual memory from the previous universe that you were in. And the universe you're in now is that was no longer the case because it wasn't in this reality. You just remember it from then.
I believe in that theory.
I don't know.
Speaking of which, then you must watch The Devil's Hour. That's something like that. It's got that sort of past lives, different universes overlapping thing. You must watch that. It's cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Amazon.
Big Bro just said they should give all the Spider-Man rights back to Disney, but they won't.
I agree with that. I mean, me personally, right now, I'm kind of superhero fatigued in the sense I'm tired of seeing all the. I want to see other groups right now. Like that's why I'm more excited for, say, Thunderbolts in the far future because that's like it's not your average
It's not
team.
that far off. That's just next year.
That's true
is
too.
true. Yeah.
So I'm kind of like want to see because I think when we're introduced to like a team that is not like I agree with Chillmonger. It is in a sense it is Captain Falcon the movie New World Order in a sense. I'll say that just for this one instance, but I think we need some fresh type of heroes on the screen.
Some new blood.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't think as much as superhero fatigue as much as it has to do with just the stories they're trying to tell. Because a lot of the stuff they've been doing recently is just kind of generic.
Yeah.
He can do better. I've seen better.
I think if they took a year off, if every superhero franchise took 1 year off, and
The world would
and
crumble.
just
What are you
decided-
talking about?
That would be great. Imagine that.
But Rosales,
Everybody-
the fans already took a year off. There's just movies they're not watching. They'll be back for Avengers. They'll be back for like when Deadpool, Spider-Man 4. When these movies happen, they'll be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what I think is this. It's not all right. It's not me trying to pile on this specific company, which I do like sometimes. I think the MCU has oversaturated the market so much to the point where they put out so much stuff, especially from the 2020 to 22. All that Disney Plus content.
Yeah.
When they was putting out the most content, it was like back to back to back week.
Exactly.
But when we got stuff like The Boys that released, that was a breath of fresh air. Invincible, breath of fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
In the time of all this Disney Plus MCU mediocrity. I like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I like Shang-Chi. But, you know, Phase 4 was like
Rosales'
I didn't like that much from Phase 4.
Somebody
I thought it
clip
was
that now.
overall average. I mean, it was below average to me. And I like No Way Home too, but just 3 things out of
No, that is a great theory. Just turn off. Everybody just sit back for a sec. Have a look at everything for a whole year. Can you imagine?
Everybody
I
just
think that would
sit
be
back,
pretty good.
smoke a blunt, chill the hell out.
You're in Hollywood. Do your things.
Do
How-
your thing.
Do your things. Do your other things. I'm trying to
Do
find
whatever it-
Rosales' face.
Do whatever it is you do.
You serious?
Good superhero
serious.
movie. Speaking of good superhero movies with a great story, that's a good one.
He's fun.
So, is anybody here a big horror fan?
This guy.
Decently,
Yeah.
not decently.
I'm not a huge fan of the genre, but I watch some horror movies.
So, have you seen any of these films here?
I've seen
Yeah,
a lot of these.
I've seen all of them. I've seen all of them.
I've seen a few.
This is Sean's. This is where he gets the win, I think. Let's see. I think I have seen The Exorcist. Haven't seen The Paranormal Activity. I saw Let the
You only
Right
need to watch
One
the
In.
first 3.
Didn't see A Quiet Place. I saw Suspiria, The Invisible Man, not The Orphanage, not Gerald's Game, Night of the Living Dead, and I didn't see that in theaters, so I'm not that old. Don't even know what Session 9 is called. Maybe you can
It's
tell
like
me
an
what that is.
insane asylum type film.
I saw The Blair Witch, and the shaky cam made me nauseous. It was either that or the hot dogs. Didn't see The Strangers. Loved Train to Busan. Conjuring, Evil Dead, awesome. Heredity, didn't see it. Shining, yes. Sinister, no. Carrie, yes. It Follows, no. Halloween, yes. The Ring, no. Saw, no. Psycho, yes. Alien. I saw a lot of these. Anybody else?
I'll take a gander. I've seen The Exorcist. I've seen Paranormal Activity. I have seen Let the Right One In. A Quiet Place. I've seen both the Suspiria movies, both the original and the remake. The Invisible Man, The Orphanage, Gerald's Game, Night of the Living Dead. Did not see Session 9. Have seen Blair Witch, The Strangers, Train to Busan, The Conjuring, and Evil Dead, which Evil Dead Rise is awesome. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Love Hereditary a lot. Seen The Shining. Sinister's great. Carrie. I even got a soft spot for the 2013 remake. I do love It Follows. It's pretty cool. Halloween, The Ring, Saw, Psycho, Alien, The Descent, 28 Days Later, The Witch, and Insidious. I have not seen Audition.
2013 Carrie was pretty smooth.
I like Chloe Grace Moretz.
Oh,
What about these?
You're not done.
you
Oh,
cheated.
okay. I'll go. Well, Rosales, if you want to continue first, go ahead, because I know you went first.
The Autopsy of Jane Doe was pretty good. The Omen was great. Cabin in the Woods, awesome. The Wailing, that's on my list. I have not yet seen that, though. A Tale of Two Sisters, don't know what that is. The Fly was all right. The Babadook made me laugh from the opening sequence. Didn't finish it, though. Black Christmas, that's an old classic. An American Werewolf in London, beauty.
I didn't mean to call you
Baby.
Meatloaf Jack.
Rosemary's Baby was a nice slow burn. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's a classic. Scream, saw the first one, not the rest. The Thing, love it. Love it. Host, if you haven't seen The Host, you need to see it. It is a mid-sized kaiju movie that is just absolutely awesome.
The 2006 one?
2006. You mean with the chicks? I'm talking about the Korean.
That's what I'm
Korean.
talking about. Yeah, that is a masterpiece in my opinion.
That's absolutely fantastic. Jaws, Poltergeist, Candyman, yep. Nosferatu, yes. Get Out, nope. Silence of the Lambs,
Get Out,
yes.
Get out, nope.
nobody-
I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it.
And The Nightmare on Elm Street, yeah, that was a reinvention of the genre. Beautiful.
All right, I guess we'll go back to me. Love The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Have seen The Omen. Cabin in the Woods, I really love because you could kind of explain away every horror movie with Cabin in the Woods. It's very self-aware, very, very meta. The Wailing, I really like The Wailing. Have not seen A Tale of Two Sisters. The Fly, The Babadook, Black Christmas, An American Werewolf in London, which is one of my favorite werewolf movies of all time. Rosemary's Baby, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Scream, The Thing, It, Host, Jaws, Poltergeist, Candyman, Nosferatu. Yes, I have seen Nosferatu. Get Out, Silence of the Lambs, and A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Wow.
I love horror, dude. What can I say?
Mm-hmm.
And Cole, it might be easier for you to tell us which ones you haven't seen.
Okay, sure.
That's a shorter list.
Yeah, go up. Let's see. Let's see if
All of
there's
that.
any. Actually, no, there's not any. Sorry.
You've seen them all.
Jeez.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, if there's any, again, I was trying to make a list when I saw this of ones that I like the most, but that was getting difficult because I love a lot of these. But yeah,
But
but
you've
I
seen
mean,
them all.
yeah, but I mean specifically, I guess, yeah, Texas Chainsaw, amazing. Silence of the Lambs, amazing. Nosferatu, amazing. The Host, one of my favorites. Yeah, The Thing, amazing. Tale of Two Sisters, amazing. Babadook was overrated, but still good, I guess. Cabin in the Woods, great. Omen, great. Jane Doe, solid. Scream, great. It was good, yeah. Jaws, amazing. Poltergeist, and none of that. I think it's kind of overrated, but it's still good. Yeah, Candyman, good. Nightmare on Elm Street, great. Rosemary's Baby, amazing. American Werewolf, amazing. Black Christmas, great. Yeah, The Fly, amazing. The Wailing, great. So yeah, can scroll up, I guess. Right.
Woo. That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, Exorcist, amazing. Hereditary, amazing. Shining, amazing. Paranormal Activity. I mean, the first and third were kind of decent, I guess. That's about it.
You don't like the second one? I like the second one.
I thought it was kind of dumb, but Let the Right One In, excellent. Sinister, yep, good. Carrie, good. It Follows, good, and good cinematography. Suspiria, great. Invisible Man, kind of thought it was overrated. Orphanage, good. Gerald's Game, all right. Night of Living Dead, classic. Session 9, solid. Blair Witch Project, good. It wasn't that fascinated about, but I like some world building aspects of it. Strangers, I thought, was the most horrible, overhyped piece of shit ever. And it's just boring and dull. Let's see, yeah, Halloween, amazing. The Rain, good, but I mean the original, non-American one is better.
Ringu.
Yeah, Saw,
the original.
the first one at least, great. Psycho, amazing. Alien, amazing. Descent, really like that, excellent. 28
Very
days later.
claustrophobic.
Yep, 28 days later, excellent. And then I think there's a few in between. If you scroll down just a little bit, yeah, okay. Train to Busan, yeah, pretty great. I do think though, if it wasn't for just the train aspect, it would have been kind of a cheesy zombie film like World War Z. I don't know. Conjuring, yeah, it's good, I guess. Evil Dead, excellent. Second's the best though. Jane, yeah, actually, I already said that. Yeah, right. The Witch, amazing. Insidious, and 50-50, and then yeah, last one I guess is Audition, which was amazing. Definitely should see that.
Gerald's Game made me throw up the first time I watched it.
I haven't really been a big fan of that director's work.
Well, just the way she skins her hand, it just.
Mm-hmm.
That had to have been practical because oh my god, that was disgusting.
Rosales, put up a list of MCU films, and then I can do the same thing Cole just did. I like that one the best. That was decent. This one was excellent. Too many cameos.
Jill, do you have any to highlight from the list?
No, I'm not the horror guy. I've probably seen like 5 of these.
Damn, dude.
And of the 5, which one did you like?
I mean, trust me, there's a lot of bad horrors. It's just this is a really good list of like some of the best. So
I know I saw 28 Days Later, and I love that. But yeah, but like the more scary ones where they got to get like the Bible pages against the closet door, I don't really vibe with those.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't watch Evil Dead?
Train to Busan is probably the one I would recommend for you.
If you're gonna watch any kind of horror movie, watch any of the ones on this list, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. That's what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, I've seen this. These are the ones. Because my husband's always wanting all of these movies that I've watched. It's because of him. So I'm like, because I'm like, which one did I choose? I haven't chosen any of these. That's just all because of him. So I'm going to show him this list and be like, cool. So this is what we're going to do for the next few weekends.
Find the one that he hasn't seen so that you can choose it, and you will be the one to introduce him to a horror film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll do that. Actually, I mean, all of these, I wonder if he's even watched them. I like the ones that I've watched with him. We've been together so long, I actually don't know if he could have seen any of these without me. No.
Nate, you saw The Evil Dead, and it was the degloving from Gerald's hand that made you puke?
Yeah, I don't know. Something about the way it was shot and just, I don't know. Something about hands. Shit with hands just freaks me out. I guess there's a difference between somebody being killed off in a really horrible way versus someone still being alive and they're just peeling their fucking skin away, trying to get out of this ordeal.
You see,
I mean,
this is why my husband's the one that chooses the movies. I don't like this stuff.
Yeah. Also, though, I mean, the Evil Dead practical effects, some of them hasn't held up the greatest in the original, so maybe that's part of the reason why.
Which of these movies haven't you seen?
Well, I really like the 1981 Evil Dead.
I'll send this to you. Can tell me.
It doesn't make me squirt, and you're right. I mean, it doesn't make me
you squirt.
It did no. It doesn't make me squirt. It doesn't make me squirm. It doesn't make me squirm as badly as the 2013 one. 2013 one actually.
Yeah, kid, if you save that for variety content entertainment.
Yeah, sorry, I was like, kids in the background.
Shame on you.
MSK just wait.
I couldn't help it.
He just wait. MSK was like, "Who's squirting?" Anyway,
we're like, oh, he's like, "Oh, but I have to behave."
But
I think he's sitting at the bus stop right now.
But yeah,
No, I think he gets a ride on Sundays.
Hey now.
76.
Hey now.
He lost
You
his
did
ride
that one.
privileges.
Wait, what? Someone was talking to me. What?
No, I was saying MSK lost those ride privileges.
Oh, he did. Oh,
Yeah.
well, shame on him.
I can try at this. I know I haven't watched a decent bit. So, Exorcist, yes. Paranormal, yes. No, I haven't seen the right one. A Quiet Place, yeah. Superior, no.
Are we really gonna do this for another 30 movies? Come on, Warren. Come on.
Hey, okay,
No,
fine, buddy. Sourpuss, okay. All right. I'll just say that I didn't see. I'll tell you the ones I didn't see. How about that?
That'll work.
That'll work. Okay, good. Gerald's Game, haven't seen that. Session 9, no.
Tony.
The Other Side. The Audition.
You need to see that.
And then you could go down. So from Scream, I didn't see. No, from Scream down, I've seen all of those. Oh no, The Host I didn't see. That's the only one I didn't see.
What?
I didn't see The Host.
Definitely should be on your watch list.
And then the Tale of Two Sisters, and Black Christmas, and Rosemary's Baby.
So you didn't see like any of the Korean ones almost?
Yeah, I didn't see the Korean ones. That's about it.
Besides like the Wailing.
See? Oh, that took only 2 minutes, Chillmonger.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
Way to go, Warren.
Easy on this one. I saw The Strangers and I saw Nightmare on Elm Street, and then just recently on Wednesday I saw Aliens. So 3.
Is that it?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Go watch
that's
Evil
it.
Dead.
I don't like horror.
I guess that's what it would be me if I didn't if there was no husband involved.
And none of those were by choice except for Alien, because I want to see Alien versus Predator. So
yeah,
that was it. And I laughed during Alien, so I don't know if that was the appropriate reaction.
No.
You have to have seen The Shining, right? Everybody's seen The Shining.
Wait, you left Aliens?
I laughed at it. Me and my sister, we just couldn't stop busting up, especially like this scene where that thing pops out of the guy and then runs off.
Oh, yeah.
No one else.
Are you sure you're a human being?
It reminded us of like the little nieces and nephews because they do that.
How do I
stuff,
know
and they would
you're not an alien?
Ooh.
Maybe I'm AI.
Maybe you're Ultron. She's a T-1000.
Yeah, I mean, with Titanic, I can understand that was hilarious, but I mean,
Yeah.
Hey,
Say
watch your
the
horror
Titanic?
mouth.
Horror mouth. Yes.
I love this. I love this.
Yes, I
Scream
love it.
movies
Awesome.
Good friend bonding time.
If you don't like the gore fests that are some horror movies these days, and you don't mind a big slow burn,
K-Dot, you're typing.
It's K-Dot, he's fucking.
Is that K-Dot?
He's sending a message to the government or something.
He's flapping.
This guy's like,
Hey, he's got a
That's what I was
teletype
trying to
coming
say.
in.
It's because
Yeah,
his microphone
teletype
is placed on the same platform the keyboard is on, so it's just gonna make a clicking noise.
I'm
Hang
pretty
on,
sure
he's getting a
Kate-
message. He's getting a message by wire from the Pinkertons.
Wait, are we talking about the Pinkerton Agency, the one that Dutch is running from, or the real phony Pinkertons? Which Pinkertons we talking
They're
about?
the same thing, pretty much.
Nah, there's levels to it.
But if you're into a slow burn, you like a story being told, and you don't like all of the gore fest, I recommend you starting your horror journey with Rosemary's Baby. Rosemary's Baby was done back in the 70s. Stars Mia Farrow and a bunch of other people that were of note at the time that you won't know anything about now. And it's a really good story about the devil trying to make a baby on Earth. So
Pass.
Yeah, I'm not really into the demony stuff. That kind of creeps me out.
That's
that was
the
the
point.
point of a horror movie.
Or if you want to watch another slow burn movie that has to do with ghosts and demons, just watch the first Paranormal Activity.
oh,
I'm just gonna watch the
I
movie
wonder
and
if
call it a
it'll
day.
hit the same.
I mean, if you have an
I
issue
don't
with
know.
insomnia, then Paranormal Activity is good. But
You guys gotta
Or
watch.
watch
Okay, I'm gonna.
or watch Skinamarink. There you go.
I heard that's weird.
It's
I mean,
boring.
So
Is
this
what it
is what
is.
we were watching. The Devil's Hour. Wonder if you
Devil's
guys
Hour.
would like that. It's nice.
Are
I liked
you
it.
sharing a screen or?
No,
Oh,
just I
send
sent the link in
yeah.
the private chat.
Okay.
I see. Okay.
Sean, the 25 people that walked out of my screening for Skinamarink. That was hilarious.
I mean, they advertised it as a slow burn experimental film where like it's just atmosphere for 95% of it, and then they go to it and they're like, oh, why is this a slow burn experimental film? That's just atmosphere. Oh, it's like, do your damn research. Holy, I mean, I thought it was solid, but
So what did people walk out? What are you saying? They walked out because they didn't get it?
They walked out because you're staring at a screen where nothing is happening for like 20 minutes. It's just ambiance and creepy atmosphere and and just still shots of long dark hallways with doors and
yeah.
And like here you are. Here are some creepy things to look at. And there's our
It's a
film.
whole genre of short form horror that's exploded over the internet. And what I mean by short form horror is that they have these little snippets, and what you are supposed to do as the audience is engage with this, look into it, find the lore behind all of that, and it's almost like a kind of a puzzle kind of a thing happening there, and it's really obnoxious.
I think the movie does a really good job of playing off that childhood fear that we all had of the dark. I was terrified. I was terrified as hell.
Terrified. I like that word.
You know what? I'm still trying to wake up.
Terrified.
Hey, that's my excuse.
Yeah, I think it does an excellent job at that. Like, yeah, like when we wake up in the middle of the night as children, just like kind of alone in the house. It also, I think, kind of plays off of like growing up in an abusive household, which, you know, during those times, which I, you know, speak for.
Isn't there a movie called Are You Alone in the House?
I don't think so. And you know, it's funny. I rewatched Skinamarink recently. It was on Amazon for like $5, so I was like, you know what, screw it. Rewatching it again, there are some things I noticed the second time around that I did not catch the first time, and it kind of elevated it a little bit more for me. So I got a little bit more appreciation for it now than I did the first time around.
Are you out your damn mind?
Well, I don't know. I guess I'm going to start with the. What do you call it? Rosemary's Baby. I think I might have seen a bit of it sometime, but I wouldn't. I don't know enough about it to be saying, yeah, I've seen it. That just no.
Let us know how it is. By us, I mean me. Let me know how it is.
I've decided that I like horror now because it's just part of my relationship.
Part of the bonding experience.
Yeah.
Prywood said the new Russell Crowe.
I've never seen the Poughkeepsie tapes. Give that a watch.
Yeah, it's pretty solid, disturbing found footage.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, you got a bot.
Hey, that's like a first. Isn't that kind of like a milestone, getting a bot?
That is a milestone, yeah.
Hey,
wow.
Congratulations.
Offer promotion. Oh my god.
You didn't even get the weird ones that MSK gets. You got like kind of a respectable one.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very nice. Hello, hi.
What a great deal.
And the name is so respectful.
Yeah, it's not like well, I won't repeat the ones that he gets.
What? All I can do is star this? Isn't there a way to do stuff? I don't know. Oh well. So Bryce says the new Russell Crowe is not bad.
Yeah, the Pope's Exorcist. I actually have to go see that tomorrow.
You have to? It's like in a contract or something?
I really want to go into that.
I made a vow I would see as many movies in the theater as I can each year.
Nice.
Did you make that vow to the Pope? Or?
I made a soul contract with myself. No.
I mean, see, but the thing is, I would go see movies, but I guarantee your movies cost maybe $14 to go see?
No, I get to see all my movies for 53 cents.
What?
Wow.
What?
How?
Easy. I got a subscription to Regal Unlimited, $18 a month. I can go whenever I want, any day that I want, and all I have to do is pay 53 cents in taxes.
So how much did they pay you to say that on the stream?
Sell out. Sell out.
Well, think about it. It's a good move. So
Yeah.
the average ticket here in North Carolina is like 10, 11 bucks, I think. So if there's 7 movies that come out in a month that I'm going to go see, over time, that's like 70. That's like 70 bucks. That's a lot when you add it all up. So just pay 18 bucks for 1 month and go see all these movies. Hell yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah, you have to. So yeah, you have to go for it to be worth it. So.
Yeah,
But even
pretty
then,
much.
you don't even have to go because it's so bloody expensive to go to the movies. God damn.
Just don't buy popcorn.
Well, the popcorn and
Yeah,
the
yo,
soda.
don't buy popcorn.
Well, if we don't pay the salaries of the people that work there. That's the thing.
Oh wow.
Well, the thing is, with each movie I see, I get points back that I can put towards getting stuff at concessions. So I don't spend money on concessions either. I've got so many points. I don't need to spend money at the theater.
Yeah, listen, I don't care that little Timmy's fodder isn't getting a tip.
I think the most amount of money I've spent recently.
Little Timmy's
when-
dad needs to get a better job.
I got this last time I was at the theater.
What is it? A cup?
This
Oh,
for
they didn't
the
sell those. They didn't sell those in my theater when I went to go see.
Is it a bucket or a cup?
Hang on, let me make them bigger real quick.
I want a cool sippy cup. My sippy cup's normal.
That's,
it's not like
this is the cup they gave me for the Dungeons and Dragons movie. That's a mimic on the top.
That's cool.
And then like you put your straw through there.
No, it's just got a normal
It's just
hole that
a
you put the
lid.
straw in.
Lame, but okay. It's
But
an
I do-
opportunity to put like a straw in the mouth.
I mean,
But I do like the mimic on the top though. That's a nice touch, just as a D&D fan.
And while the camera's on Nate, that's the scariest horror film I've ever seen. It's on his t-shirt.
You leave me alone. Anyway,
I was looking at the eggs on his shelf. And,
Oh my god.
right next to his bed.
say what?
Looks like a jar of pickled eggs back there, or maybe a.
No, it's that's a mug and some Sprite cans. Been
Oh,
drinking
it's
a
like
lot of
alcohol in
Sprite.
the backpack.
Yeah.
It looks,
You got
but
it.
there's water. There's water at the bottom of the floor there.
Leave me
Alcohol,
alone.
that's just a cup.
Now stay on him. Let's make sure we
mixers
find
down there
everything.
Is that a
We have
bottle
Love
of
and
vodka?
Thunder
Let's analyze it.
poster. What the
Bottle
hell,
of vodka,
man?
some sparkling water, and some mixers down there.
Yo, is that a vibrator under your bed?
This is
No,
MSK's
you can
room.
see under my bed.
Is there no bed sheet?
Yes, I was about to say
No,
that.
hold on. Oh shit! Hold on.
There's no mattress cover.
Hey, where's your bed sheet?
And there's a pupperino.
Chance.
Okay, the dog
Chance.
works, but still.
Aw.
Oh, pupperoo. Oh, your paw.
Yeah, I think I see MSK hiding under.
I love
I need to steal.
pupperoo. Okay, you win because of the dog, but still, you need to put
That
a
and the
mattress
dream
cover on.
capture to keep away the nightmares.
No.
That was actually one of the last
You need a
things
bigger
my
one.
ex gave me before we broke up. So
that-
Ooh. Wearing it on your sleeve there, basically.
it was a mutual breakup. It didn't end badly. So I got
That's all
no
that
hard
matters.
feelings.
Hey, at least I mean, you got
it
a
comes
full
back.
dream catcher out of the deal, right? I got a pull stick out of one of my exes. So, I mean,
I mean, believe it or
take your
not,
wins.
some of the stuff I have over here on this other shelf, she actually got me for like birthdays and Christmases. So she got me the dark saber for one of my birthdays. I got that up there.
She's going to be jealous that you got only one cup from the movie theater.
Yeah, I guess she didn't need it anymore because since she broke up, she's probably getting a dark saber somewhere else.
Oh my God, that's just cruel. That's cold.
Statistically,
I'm going to cut you off. Can we please cut him off? Can we take him off the screen? Thank you.
Yeah, cut him off, get him off the screen. That is not what happened.
That's what you get for wearing the Last Jedi T-shirt.
I got a meme I gotta send you.
Oh,
for,
guess what? I have another one in the closet.
Keep
I
it
gotta
there.
send you a meme.
Yeah,
But it
Nico.
comes out of the closet.
There's a joke in there, but I can't repeat it.
Yeah, I know it was there. It's like, yeah, Nico, Aussie Man just did one with about Aussie slang or something with Russell Crowe.
Hey, Nate, is that your dark saber, or are you happy to see us?
Hey,
Hey, he's happy to
the
see
force
you.
is strong
Hey,
in this
that's
one.
cool. It lights up.
Hey, Rosales, you gotta add this to your lineup of memes. I put it in the private chat.
Oh shit. Yeah, I got some Power Rangers figures over there, some Funko Pops. I got a Spawn figurine, Power Rangers helmet, Infinity
Which Power
Gauntlet.
Rangers season?
Mighty Morphin. I got Tommy Oliver's White Ranger helmet over there.
I
Is that
approve.
bad? Do you approve? Okay, good.
He approves. He takes back. He rescinds his joke about the dark lightsaber.
Does the helmet make up for the shirt?
Nothing makes up for the shirt, actually. No. Funny.
Come on, be a little bit softer. Be a little bit more forgiving of him. Come on, Chillmonger.
That's not happening.
Your name
I'd rather
has
see you
Phil
wear
in the
the
name.
Force's
You got to
female.
Chillmonger's like, you were my brother, Nathan. I loved you. You were the chosen one.
I reject your reality and I substitute my own.
Awesome.
All right. Well, Nate's the only room we can really see the goods back there. Chillmonger's got some wonderful purple stars going on in the background.
Oh, you guys want to see the ceiling?
Got some goods right here too.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What?
Hang on. Let me
What?
Look at that. There's a line that goes from the right side to the left side.
He's got a roof over his head, everybody.
Mhm. Here at the Chill
Awesome.
Mansion.
Hold on. I'll bring my camera out here. Give everybody the.
You're not going to find anything, Rosales. It's just painted walls.
Painted walls. That's awesome.
All right,
Is
so
the
you
mess
got,
in front of you then? Is the mess
Yeah,
like in front of you where we can't see it?
you got everything behind me that you've originally seen, and then turn the camera this way.
I've got a bicycle,
There's
two
got a
cat
husband.
litters,
Why is
and
there
a husband.
I thought that was like, oh my god, I thought that was like a Jesus.
Yeah, like a life-size
A
Jesus
Jesus?
poster. Oh,
Ew.
there's his Roku. We know what he's watching.
Yeah, there's his credit card info.
Oh, I like that white thing over there, that PlayStation thing. Yeah, I like that.
Nice.
Love your indirect lighting there. That's classy.
Mm.
I don't have money for good lighting right now, so it is what it is.
Space for good lighting.
Oh yeah.
Just my little corner of the galaxy.
I've
I
got
happen
cats.
to
Where
have-
are my cats? Oh no.
I got all of these. These are the comic books there. These are the kids' books that I did. There's the movie poster for the award-winning short that I did.
Where's the one that you shared on Twitter recently? Which one? You shared
I don't think he did that
I was
one.
trying to buy it. No, he did. I was trying to buy it, and I followed him on Amazon until I can get it.
Well, this is the one on Amazon right now. The
Yeah.
Love is Magic. Yeah, that's a short.
Is that? No. Okay, well, let me see what I was on the other day, because I was actually going to ask you about it because I'm like, there is no stock, and it's, and I'm going to call your manager.
I would like to speak to your manager.
Yeah, even though you are your manager.
I'm what you talking about. I'm my own boss. I ain't got no boss.
I'll go to my email because it was like, thanks for following Rosales.
Might as well put this on me for my business ad.
Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town?
We now return to the Transformers.
You like the orange email. Okay.
I feel like there was a joke in there from his 1776 somewhere.
Where are you?
I was highlighting a book that I wrote.
Yes, that's what I was looking at.
Yeah, the Grim Tales of Rainbow Falls.
Yes.
Here's my print copy of it. My not for resale proof of it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get, and then it was like, there's all of them, and then I can see the Frankenstein family. The Grim Tales from Rainbow Falls was the one that I was trying to get.
Yeah, it should be available in hardback, paperback, and on Kindle.
Yeah, Kindle. I was going to get it on Kindle because obviously that would be the only one that was available right
Kindle Unlimited is for free. So again,
now.
we'll get
Because for me, it's available.
It just kind of hit me, since I'm doing the whole D&D thing. Plus
Yeah,
this
currently
campaign is
unavailable.
coming up in August.
Australia? Oh, where are
Is that
you
what-
at? It may not be available in your area of the world.
Yeah, it's probably because of Dubai.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
Damn,
Dubai.
discrimination.
But does that mean all of them are not going to be available here?
I don't know. I'll have to go back in and double check that.
I can just get I can get it sent to my PO box. Come on, man. Yeah, the Kindle. Well, I'll just get the Kindle ones at least. Anyway,
Kindle.
Yeah.
Oh, Kindle. Anyway, it's available in most places, but not Dubai.
Yeah, all the
cannot buy
places
it
except
in
the one
Dubai.
that counts. Just Dubai. I'm sorry,
the money's
everybody
at,
else's
yeah.
existence doesn't.
What
The
are you doing
money.
back there, Chance? What are you doing?
Karen
Right.
Kitty. Yeah, it starts with K. That's what I'm here for.
So does anybody have anything going on this week that they want to tell everybody about?
Oh, I'm going to take my niece and nephew to see Mario because they've been hollering about it, so that'll be interesting.
It's a good movie. You'll love it.
I'm sure I will, but I'm just sitting here going, how am I going to wrangle a 5 and a 3-year-old?
To sit still that long?
Sit still
Hour
that
and a
long
half.
to not scream. Well, because the 3-year-old's now at the stage where she likes to announce things. So I took her to Knott's and we were sitting at the restaurant. We had a great waiter, and she just goes, "He doesn't have any hair." I was like, "Shut up, babe."
Oh yeah, you can hear that.
And then the oldest is like a diplomat. So he goes, "No, he has hair on the side." And I was like, and then we're leaving, and we're leaving this older group. Pretty much, we're leaving, and there's this older group that I held the door open for, and they're talking to the kids, and she goes, "She's an old lady." I'm just gonna cover her mouth. I'm gonna duct tape her mouth.
She's special, Kay. No, she's a kid.
That is
oddly
adorable.
It is.
Yeah, it's
that's
adorable
a
until you're the one trying to go, "Shh, quiet." Lower your voice.
Like, shut up, stop. You're gonna get mommy in trouble. Stop.
I never got in trouble with the oldest. He only did this once. He did it with my sister, where there was an Asian man, and he was talking to.
Oh no!
So he started laughing and mimicking my sister's like, "Quiet, shut your mouth."
Oh no, was he? Oh, you see, that's the thing that they don't know.
But he was
that's
little. That was the only thing he ever did, and he did it once, and he knew quiet. She just does it louder every single time the guy walks by. "You don't have hair."
That's fine. Wait until it's is
there's
that a
something
girl
that,
or a boy, mommy? Oh,
me and Chill subscribe to the idea that certain things are taught to children by the people that are raising them. So if you've got a child going,
then it's
that's
because somebody else.
That's not true because I didn't teach them that. No one taught them that. What happens is kids will find something interesting. Like Arthur. Sorry, when the oldest was I took him to Disneyland when he was a kid, and he used to call cars beep beeps. So you saw the people in those motorized wheelchairs, and he kept going beep beep beep. So it's what happens is kids find something peculiar or interesting, and they want to call it out, and you're just so it's not always a parent saying something or an adult in their life saying something. It's just them seeing something unique to them sometimes.
Oh my god, I'd be so terrified walking around with them, just looking at everything to try and see if there's anything interesting that for a child.
And they do it so randomly because it's just they don't do it all the time. Sometimes they just let things go, and then sometimes they just let it rip. I'm like, oh my god.
What's flying lice, mommy?
Well, thankfully they're not at that stage of reading yet.
They don't know any better. It's okay.
Jill, it looks like you're holding a particular thought. Care to share?
I am not at all.
He's thinking nothing.
He's like, he's smart. He's like, I'm not going to say anything. She's not.
Your place sort of looks like Dax Flames. Has anyone ever told you that?
No.
Who?
Yeah, just a blank wall with random designs on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Better than nothing.
Thanks for your observation.
No problem. Anytime.
I'm just gonna get my tickets ready for Guardians. Since it's coming out next week.
Yeah.
So
I hear it's got the lowest pre-sales too. Like since the last, what was it, Eternals? I think.
Why?
It hasn't had as many pre-sales. Yeah.
It's the
I don't
only
like
thing
good
that I've heard
movies.
that has goodwill towards it.
Mario.
It's incredible though. I mean, with all of the major gushing from the press that trashed Mario, I don't understand.
Hmm.
I still got to see Mario. I'm like you.
Well, it's
My friends
done.
are so mature; they don't want to go to movies.
It's
They've just
it-
proposed going for drinks and stuff, and I'm like, let's go and see Guardians. They don't
Yeah,
care.
I got to see it next weekend. I think so. Yeah.
Does it
It's
come
gonna-
out here now?
I will
Hmm.
say, I know I'm gonna watch Guardians for sure next week, but I think somebody's gonna have to like put a gun to my head to go see the Marvels. I don't know if that's that.
Oh yeah, somebody got to pay for my ticket.
Yeah.
I still don't think that
Not my
trailer is that
husband.
bad.
So do you think Guardians is going to break $1 billion though?
No, I think it's breaking 700. I think
yeah, it's
that's
not doing a billion.
that's a safe 700. I think because it's the end and people are, they like some. I have to assume that there's fans that like each of the characters. There's Rocket fans, there's Star Lord fans, and definitely Groot fans because Baby Groot and so I think that's what's gonna do it, and also I think the end credits is going to be very important as well. So,
They only grossed 863 million the last time around
which
for
movie?
Guardians 2. So if
Yes.
they only make 860, I just don't think that they're gonna make $1 billion, especially with the momentum that Marvel's been on. I don't think that this is the one where you overperform.
And it needs to make more than the second film too for it to really be a success in the last. Sure, it can break a budget, which is fine, I guess. I mean, Ant-Man 3, maybe broke budget. I'm not sure because I don't know the budget. But
I think it underperformed.
it still made less than the last its sequel. And as we know, the trend of the MCU is that after, I think it was after Thor 4, Thor 2, every MCU sequel to each of the different franchises made more than the last. Right?
I
Avengers
think it's
movies
really
made more than the
interesting,
last. Black Panther 2 made less than 1.
It's
Yeah, but
really
they-
interesting to me that the whole idea of the cinematic universe is nothing more than sequel after sequel after sequel. And there used to be a law of diminishing returns that happened with movie sequels, thereby making sure that you would get a profit from the following sequel was to cut the budget of the subsequent movies coming out. But it seems like the movies themselves, the budgets now, when you have a cinematic universe, the budgets are increasing and increasing and increasing like they used to do on television shows. And you could, in TV, you could charge more for the advertisement. So you would get to a certain point and then the whole bubble would burst. You couldn't pay $1 million per actor for the TV show. And so the whole thing would wind up collapsing on itself. And I think we're going to see something like that happening with films. The last film there with the Guardians of the Galaxies, the budget being $200 million to make. This one is probably going to exceed that, which means that the break-even point is going to be much higher. So 700 to 800 million coming out of that for Guardians worldwide is not going to be considered profitable, and I think it is the choke point for the film.
And also, people haven't really been. I'm shocked. Not a lot of people are talking about it, but it seems like this writer strike is going to go into effect for sure. I think it's supposed to go into effect at the end of next month. Not sure, but
Dumb idea.
it's happening. So
Dumb
it's
idea.
already
It only
bad enough
lasts-
some of these movies aren't making money. Now these movies are, in general, including these super movies, are going to take a hit, get delayed, and probably make less money because they're not going to be properly written. Most of them already wasn't having good writing, but now it's going to get even worse if this writer strike goes into effect.
Marvel's not been hiring the top tier writers and stuff. They're finding the bottom of the barrel. This writer strike is
they just grabbing anybody.
It might do well for them.
Yeah, this delays them from not hiring trash and ruining their momentum any further.
But okay, I'm not sure how who's
It is a
part of.
theory.
I'm not sure who's part of the guild, but isn't some of these new and upcoming writers part of?
Here's how they hire writers. What makes you qualified for the job? I have a Twitter account with a lot of followers. You're hired.
Marvel Comics does it like
So
that.
I could be a writer?
I can be a
You
writer.
have to write stuff.
Oh, also I am.
Hey, because as your comic writers are coming to write the movies, let's give that a try.
I'm excited for also some of the Star Wars stuff that's coming out. That has been the good thing to watch. Andor was pretty good second season. Bad Batch has been good still, and so I'm excited for Acolyte because I think that's going to be good.
Dave Filoni has nothing to do with the Acolyte. It's got to do with something that happened 100 years before Phantom Menace, and nobody who you respect is actually working on it. It is a random luck of the draw if this is a good show. There's nothing that I've seen from Leslie Headland or any interview or anything to make me believe that this High Republic new show, The Acolyte, is going to be a hit. I think you need to lower your expectations for it.
I mean,
lower them.
I like Sith stuff. I'm sorry.
You should just say yes, and
I've
that's the end
never.
of it.
The only
Yeah,
Jedi I like is Obi-Wan, but I'm a Sith. You know what they say? I'm a Jedi in the streets, but a Sith in the sheets. So it's
I'm a total Sith guy too. But when you're
I guess that makes you both Sithies.
But when your biggest talking point is the
that a
fact that
snort?
you're
No, I don't know. Was that a snort, Kenneth? Did you snort?
Somebody
Me.
somebody did. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
somebody's skiing on the slopes. That's for sure.
I was just gonna say, when your biggest talking point is the fact that you have intimacy coaches for your show, that's not really a good selling
Which
point.
show is that?
Just saying. The Acolyte. This is something they have been
What's
actively
an intimacy coach? Like a sex coach?
I don't know what they're alluding to,
we're gonna
but
ask ChatGPT
somebody
that.
said
An intimacy coach coaches the actors and actresses how to be professional during sex scenes in films.
As opposed to, yeah.
As opposed to what? I mean, they're acting and
As
they're
opposed to the Eternal scene.
Where they advise guys not to take the blue pill before they get into the scene.
Well, what idiot does that?
Impressive.
Yeah.
and keep in mind, this is for the
We need to
Acolyte,
teach
so-
our men to
We
not
don't
do
need
that.
no more sex scenes like the Eternals. It's probably one of the worst.
There was
sex
two
scenes I've seen.
androids, so it didn't matter. It's just two androids.
Warren. If you're gonna give me a sex scene in a movie, I pay to see some passion.
That
And there
movie
was
was
no passion.
First of all,
It was two
You want to
kids.
see some chemistry?
Eternals is a
kids.
masterpiece. Eternals is a masterpiece.
Are you lying? Are you lying? Are you capping? You gotta be capping, right?
Look, I'll tell you, the masterpiece scene in Eternals was when that dumb little girl got her head smashed in by that rock.
Yeah.
That's the
Somebody
masterpiece
needs to
moment.
clip that out.
Iconic moment right there.
Yeah, there's one thing I can say about the Eternals.
See, nobody cares. Nice hat.
Nobody cares. Nice head.
You remind me on Twitter. I gotta send you a whole. I have like this whole memes.
These two people in I'm sending the link to the private chat. These two people in 1923. There's some crazy chemistry between these two people.
We see. No, wait, hold on. Let me check which ones. No.
What?
Play the clip that I deny her reality and I inject my own reality. Do that clip.
Don't you think so? Oh my
Do it.
god, it's actually like it's palpable. You're like, okay, I'm sorry, we're watching this.
No, I
I
didn't.
reject your reality and I substitute my own.
Thank you.
We're arguing now. Why? What's wrong with it? Don't you like that?
Jill, can you
No,
see these clips on your
no. And even my friend who I got her to watch it, she said it was crap, and she was getting really annoyed by her saying ravishing, ravishing, ravishing. Like, you don't have another word for sex?
Word? No,
Ravishing, ravishing, ravishing. God, I just want to choke her.
No, not the words. She's very quirky and weird. Okay.
She's a horrible actress.
No,
And even
but
my
the
dad
way they
said,
look at
even my
each
dad
other,
said
oh
she's,
God.
my dad who was my dad said that she was too ugly for him. It was just a horrible match.
That was the first
Go
thing.
back
No,
to
you know what? You're so
1883.
right.
That was a good chemistry match, but that was boo. I boo it.
Who?
That's Elsa and what's his face? I can't God, I can't remember what the guy's name.
Okay,
Not
but listen.
Enos, because she obviously ditched Enos when she died. Sorry, spoiler alert.
But no, but okay, I agree. The first thing I thought was like, that girl is not pretty enough for that man. And then just like she becomes so endearing that she actually becomes even more beautiful. But
She
the
didn't
way
get,
that
she
those
got more
two
and more
look at
annoying.
each other, man, they eat each other alive.
She's the one who screwed him over royally.
Look at them; they all leave. Whoa. She screwed him.
Yeah, when he said, "Hey, let's."
Hey.
Cinema.
There we go.
Oh, that was a good soap
Yeah,
opera.
that's better.
That was
no.
Boo sexism. Get ditched us.
Excuse me.
I feel like MSK would make some snarky comment about women talking or something.
I'd have been like, wow, the kitchen's not far away.
It'd be like some cat fight.
Actually is over there. I reject the kitchen.
And MSK would have said something like,
I reject the kitchen.
Two women having an intense conversation
about sexy men.
You need to get that on a
Yeah,
T-shirt.
well, that's
I
what's gonna
reject the
happen.
My way's clearly better.
Boringer and deader.
Let's agree to disagree.
Fine. I will.
I reject that notion. I cannot agree to disagree. I will make Kata see the light.
Awesome. That should be your first stream.
That will, because I'm going to do a stream on that with my friends. So I'm going to bring Kidith on, and we'll help you see the light, Kidith, because we love you.
Yes. Okay. Fine. Do yours, and then bring me in, so I have a prepared argument.
Well, you're not being open-minded, then, Kidith.
No, I'll come in then. You guys can. I'll rewatch the whole thing again because I finished it last week, and then
I won't be able to be on too much longer. I got like another 30 minutes before I have to go on another stream.
Oh, too popular for us. Eh?
It's for charity.
Mr. Big Shot over there.
It's for charity. Okay.
It is.
Everybody, all the streams he goes to, he's being charitable.
It's for a UK children's charity for one of my friends.
Wait, for charity. Oh, he's going to the Snyder Con. That's also for charity.
No, I'm not.
He said it for charity, man. And it's very convenient that Snyder Con's happening today, and it's for charity. I knew he was working with Zack Snyder. I knew it.
We sent the clip that Zack Snyder had originally planned that the open Kryptonian casket in the ship that Clark had found was originally meant to be a woman that made her way to Paradise Island and birthed all of these Amazonian women.
Oh, Jesus. Why?
He really wanted to make DC better.
I'm not gonna lie, the amount of people I see that was like loving that, I'm not even surprised. That is worse than Batman sleeping with Lois after Superman dies. I mean, at least I can. Okay, Bruce is kind of douchey. I can see that happening. He can be a little bit selfish.
Huh?
I can see it. I can. You make. Because, okay, by that logic, let's play with that logic. Because he said Zeus and Ares was supposed to be Kryptonian too. Okay, so where's Superman electricity powers? Where's his telekinesis powers? Because most Kryptonians have the same abilities. Some are better skilled than others. But if that's the case, where's the Superman's electricity powers? And how does magic affect him? And how does magic affect him if Zeus is supposed to be magical? There's so much things wrong with that idea in general. Because Zeus has magic lightning. It's not regular lightning. It's magical lightning.
Well, it's a good thing
doing
Dwayne
it
"The Rock"
different
Johnson
element.
got in his way
Right.
because
So
he
what-
had his own plans.
So I have a
for
question now.
DC.
What happens to what happens to Black Adam? So is that like not neither? It's neither Snyder or it's neither new DC stuff. Like what happens to
No,
Black Adam?
it's current
to the back of the bus.
DC EU stuff. It's just disconnected nonsense. It is in the DC EU. Everything that came out from Man of Steel to now is all DC EU.
So
All the
so-
movies that came out
so-
in Flashes, Blue Beetle is supposed to be the last one.
So
I think most
they-
likely they're going to keep the Shazam stuff because they're making plans for the Mary Marvel thing going on. So there's an opportunity for somebody to humble themselves and bend the knee to the new regime and come back as their as the character that they tried to establish. during
And
the
they're going to
hostile
keep all of
takeover.
it. All right. Listen, there's a post-credit scene at the end of The Flash. All right, it's going to be a reenactment of the 300. This is Sparta scene, but with James Gunn and Zack Snyder. All right. He's going to kick him down the well and then say, "Yeah, I'm taking
who's
back
getting
the DCU." Yeah.
Well, on that note, let's get Nate out of here because he's got places to go and people to see and a girl named Charity to look up.
Hook up and hook up.
Yeah.
Hey, tell me how SnyderCon goes.
Yeah,
dating-
tell us about SnyderCon and your inside information.
I wouldn't pay a single dime to be at that shit. Anyway. Uh,
But thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for my wonderful guests. You guys are awesome. You make this whole thing entertaining and
Thanks for
more.
letting me come in late anyway. Thanks, guys.
And everybody else out there, you go out and